I don't know how good the quality is, but I know for a fact you hear me. I don't know if you can hear me from the top. I think where'd my little thing go? That's a statement. Um, yeah, what's up? I'm sure the guy watching is a robot or person watching. Where'd my little cover for it go? I lost that. Yeah, I don't know. Does this do anything? Does this make it so I can no? Okay. Anyways, I think I have to talk. I don't know what I'm doing. Now it seems like the microphone stopped working. Is it still working? Let's see. See. Okay. Can you still hear me? Oh, quietly. What about here? Okay. So as long as I have it here, we'll be all right. Give myself a like. Okay. Dude, what is this? I can't say I've ever done this before. Yeah, we got the watch party. I have it pulled up. Um, yeah. Thankfully, I won't let me play any sound, so we're chilling on copyright rules. I know that one, and I'm sorry for the quality. As I have 30 subscribers. We're at 30 subscribers, so this is good. We're gonna get, but yeah, it should be starting here any minute. I would think. Um, yeah, they're kind of just going through all the fun little things, because not enough people are hyped up now. Is that it's going to change in the next couple minutes of you showing this hype up clip? Like it's not. You know what? I don't really care. I should be. I am happy. The Boston Celtics have a draft pick that I was not expecting us to have. So I am overjoyed. I don't even know who I want. I don't know if the pick's getting moved. I don't know what's happening. I just don't know. So um, hopefully, I'm gonna try not to see all the Woj notifications or whatever. They do seem to believe that Brandon Miller will be the second overall pick, which I'm not opposed to. I would prefer Scoot. That's what they're kind of saying is, yeah, no, everything kind of looks like it's going to favor Brandon Miller there. Hopefully, I think for Charlotte. And we'll see. I was like, I could be way wrong on this, but I do think Scoot Henderson will be better for the Charlotte Hornets in the long run. Because if he goes and he balls out, and then you can trade him. Like that's exactly what the Kings did, and now they were the third best team in the West, right? Like it's not doesn't seem like too hard of rocket science. I don't think. Like he takes better. But if you think Brandon Miller is a better player, then all I don't whatever. Um, like if you're drafting him solely because you think he's the best fit, then we have that's where the issues rise. Because ideally, James Wiseman was the best fit for the Warriors. To be fair, I thought it was the best player. It's just in the draft. But now we're talking about LaMelo Ball and Scoot. I was like, as opposed to LaMelo Ball being on the Warriors. But I did personally think James Wiseman would actually be a better NBA player than LaMelo. So that's hey, what do? You live and you learn. Except for not really, because I still am not the brightest NBA scout. I think if I attach this here, we'll still be all right. But yeah, NBA draft, Nuggets, congrats. Respect the Boston shirt. I would say apologies for the audio, but I'm pretty sure the only one watching is me or the bot. I could make sure I could let's get myself an extra view just to make sure it's yeah, no, that's me. I'm the other one watching. It's all right. Everyone starts somewhere. Whoa, Adam Silver. I don't know if I wish I knew what you were saying or not. I'm gonna miss him calling out the names, which seems weird. Like I won't hear him say within like Victor Wembanyama, you are like the draft pick or whatever. Can try and if I see. Yeah, no, there's nothing I can do about that. Said you guys get an ugly look at my chin. Beautiful. Okay, Spurs. I think he just said Spurs are on the clock. If not, he should, and we can get this thing going. And the Spurs are on the clock. Okay. NBA emerged in 1976. George Gervin, four-time scoring champ. I don't know what the I think it's just the Spurs culture. I think 87 to 89. David Robinson MVPs. Yeah, no. I if there is a place for Wemby to go, I am overjoyed that it's San Antonio. Tim Duncan drafted in 97. Popovich, Parker, Ginobili. Tim Duncan is this whole Spurs team is so good. Oh, there goes Dave Robinson. You get Kawhi Leonard. Oh, what a shame, man. Oh no, now they're all gone. Oh, and there's Wembanyama. What a graphic that was. Okay, so if it's taking this long, I was like, is the only possible thing a trade? Like where they're saying, well, maybe we want like we'll give you this or whatever. Like, is it like final trade offer time? Is that what it is, or like because they haven't made the pick? Like we know it'll be Victor. Holy cow! This dude's unbelievable. As Victor Wembanyama, like I get he's skinny, but in terms of talent, he's the most talented person in the draft. Like there's, and it does help when you're 7'5" and can block shots and holy gosh. I will say though, Kenneth Lofton might be better. Just stuff Scoot. Yeah, no, because Wembanyama, as long as he stays healthy, which unfortunately we've had to say with like the three best prospects over the last four drafts, I was like, because Chet, if he can stay healthy, should be terrific. Like he should be kind of similar to Wembanyama, not quite, but a lot. He's that same, honestly, the same kind of mold. Not a full-on point guard the same way that Victor is or could be. But the pick is in, means they kept it, and yeah, Victor Wembanyama's going to the Spurs. I believe if that means they kept it. That's gonna be a hard part. If they do any trades, I won't be able to tell. That's all right. I'm enjoying. I'm honestly, this is pretty fun. You know, got off work for this. This is the good part about this though is I can't hear the commentators. And no disrespect to those four necessarily, but I feel like so much of it is just repeated. Like it's the exact same thing over and over again, and it gets a little annoying. Okay, where's Adam Silver? He's wondering the same thing. They just so Wembanyama trying to look backstage. Oh, is he nervous? Like is Wembanyama actually like because he's been told it's him, right? Like he's been told he knows all this stuff. So like, is he nervous that is it maybe not him now? I don't know. This is Okay, I kind of don't like not having sound because I want to know what's happening. Instead, I locked myself in a closet, talking to myself right there. Like I got it pulled up on my phone, and the bot to make sure I don't play with my little, not this little thing that I was looking for earlier. The other little thing. Holy cow! Oh, I will say because I know none of my work. I got the coolest Spider-Man suit for work because I know nobody's gonna watch this, and I really need to tell someone because it's fun. Um, yeah, no, I teach. Oh, the bot went away. You fix it? Yeah, I did fix it. I don't know if this is. No, I got it fixed, dude. Yeah, this is. Yeah, I'm not good at live streaming. Like, I don't know what it is, but I was like, I thought I had everything set up, and then it just didn't give me an option for external microphone. So, yeah, but hey, we're here. I was like, I am still much more on time than Adam Silver because honestly, it's kind of making me a little mad. A, yeah, always on time. Um, dude, I know this is. See, I don't know if I just never didn't realize it before, like just how long it takes. But I feel like I understand it. Like if Charlotte took this long, I would understand it. Oh, there we go. Adam Silver. Honestly, I really want this to be Scoot Henderson now. I was like, I don't know if that's weird. Yeah, I know it's Wemby. I was like everyone, like you said, everyone knows. Yeah, no, Victor Wembanyama. I was like, there was no way it wasn't going to be him. But I think did I finish off my? Yeah, literally, dude. I was like, I don't get it. It's like, oh, is it going to be Victor Wembanyama or is it going to be Victor Wembanyama? I was like, there's no point in like the pick was in for longer than for forever. I was like, I don't know. Now, see, but this is where I understand. If Charlotte takes forever, you try and milk this one. I get it because this is legitimate for the entire draft cycle. Right? Yeah. No, this is exactly it. I think what they were saying was they're leaning Brandon Miller, like everything, even with whatever the whole deal was. Yeah, no, I've heard Brandon Miller. I personally think it should be Scoot, but I yeah, no, and I get it. I get the whole like because in the wing, I was like, you need to shoot the ball in order to be successful. I was like, especially if you're not the best player on your team, you kind of need to do that. Unless you're blessed with Steph Curry, and the wings, of course, are always so valuable. But yeah, I just think Scoot. I personally think Scoot's a better player. But I understand the yeah, and that's the next problem too. Because if they do take Miller here at 2, then the Trailblazers will legitimately have 4 point guards. Well, 3 depending on how you classify Shaden Sharp. Because that's one where you do go off of if you have that much of a log jam at a certain position, specifically point guard or center, those two, then it gets a little rough because you've already asked Anthony Simons to play off the ball, which he's not bad, but he's just that's not his role. Dame is gone. I think no matter who they pick here. In which case that clears it up. You can start Sharp at the 2, Simons, and take Scoot, which what they would do. And honestly, I would consider looking for a trade for Anthony Simons. I wonder if they can get something out of the Lakers or the Clippers there. But yeah. So if this one is Brandon Miller, like you said, yeah, Simons for a wing. Like if you can get a pick or a wing, then just pretty much just anyone young, then that's great. So I think Portland's set up actually pretty nice. Um, yeah, no, that would just be that would be I don't obviously you saw it didn't work well. Like that's I mean it worked, but just not enough. I was like it didn't achieve a championship. So especially I was like I'm honestly not a huge Simons guy. I think he's all right, but he's not. I think you're better off building around Sharp and Scoot than you would be Simons and Sharp or Scoot or whoever. But yeah, no, if this is yeah, so presumably this is Brandon Miller. Yeah, no, dude, just the highlights you would get from those games. Like people would actually like kind of have to pay attention to Portland basketball because Sharp already did that. Like the end of the season when he started playing, like highlights after every single game. Like Shaden Sharp nasty dunk or whatever. Him and Scoot playing together would be terrific. Like that would be so much fun to actually to watch. As opposed to Simons. And Simons is a good player, and like I think you can actually get some good value out of him. But we'll have to see. The pick is in. I leave Brandon Miller. Then Houston is another one where I'm personally I don't think there's too much of a difference because Kevin Porter Jr. is still young, and I don't. This may just be me, but I don't see too much. I honestly my last one I posted on TikTok I was like Cam Whitmore is honestly I think is a terrific again fit for Houston. Now, Amen, I understand is one of the most athletic players ever. But Jeremy Shahin, that's pretty cool. Yeah, they do. They honestly have so many upside players. Yeah, Udoka, I was like, we're only basing it off of 1 year where he was gifted a pretty talented roster. I was like, as much as I loved him, like again, a Celtics fan, I loved him. I was like, he was a terrific coach, but he was gifted a pretty well set up roster. So I don't know how much development he can truly do. I will say Jaylen Brown did look better last year in the playoffs than he did this year. But I say but a lot. That's all right. Yeah, no, the Celtics, the coaching staff was absolutely loaded last year, so he did get a pretty good situation, which Houston is definitely not. But in my opinion, they already have so many high upside players. Specifically, their Jalen Green, I like is number one. Jabari, like you literally have these top three picks in Jabari Smith and Jalen Smith. That's not right. Jalen Green. Gosh, who the heck's Jalen? Oh yeah, the power forward for the Pacers. Yeah, Jalen Green and Jabari Smith. It's you have these high upside players. I think Cam Whitmore, he still has the upside, along with gives you another starter as opposed to Usman Garuba or whoever they have. I think that's who it was as their starting three. But no, I'm interested to see how well Udoka does as a developmental coach. Because obviously saw what he again we've mentioned like talked about like the good team and Brandon Miller's on the phone. I don't know if that for sure that means he's getting drafted. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, pretty sure it's Brandon Miller. Yeah, Brandon Miller too. Yeah, no, KJ Martin and yeah, that's like they're Jason Tate was the one I was trying to think of though. But yeah, Brandon Miller to the Hornet because Miles Bridges is gone. At least he will be now for sure. Um, gives you LaMelo, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, PJ Washington, and if you can re-sign him, Mark Williams, and now Brandon Miller. Yeah, Gordon Hayward's getting old. I think Brandon Miller will start right away. I would presume so. If not, he will start a majority of the games that he plays in by the end of the year. Yeah, he's a very good player. Yeah, shoots the ball so well, and he can defend too. A little skinny, but can defend all right. And it looks like he has, like, it feels weird body assessment, but like he can put on a tiny, but he doesn't need to put much more on. But in terms of guarding, and we've gotten smaller, in terms of like the power forwards. But yeah, he could guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forwards with ease. Probably point guards as well, not centers, I wouldn't say. But yeah, offensively gifted, defensively a very good player. But yeah, so back to the Rockets. Um, the small forward to me is the a massive hole. Like, you're starting Jayshawn Tate. Now that's just not someone who's going to give you winning basketball as a starter. I don't think. Tari Eason, though, it has looked great, at least in flashes. Jabari Smith wasn't as good. Yeah, no, they just didn't play him for whatever reason. I don't know for sure what their logic was behind it. But I think he can be a starting three if you want to go ahead and take Amen Thompson. Um, it would just be you literally have the exact, not the exact same, but three similar players, like um, Jalen Green, and holy cow, dude, my brain does not work. I don't know what it is. Yeah, no, they're just yeah. But yeah, there are, like, you just have so many. Yeah, like, they have a lot of, like, none of them can really shoot. And when you add Amen Thompson into it, it's just not, it's not going to get any better. Um, any better from the perimeter. I get the athleticism, but that's just a pure upside. But then you got to play him. Like, Tari Eason was a massive, like, he's a extremely high upside in my opinion. Like, he's great. He's athletic, can play defense, and then you don't play him, and you don't develop. But yeah, Kevin Porter Jr., Jalen Green, they're both very similar players. The only difference is one of them was the number 2 overall pick, I think, right? Yeah, he was number 2. So he gets a lot more attention, even though he actually played worse. So that's one I'm interested to see. I feel pretty confident Detroit is going to go with either Whitmore or Walker, depending on what Houston does. Portland's should go Scoot Henderson. I wouldn't. The only non-shocking one. Yeah, no, I hope the Rockets take Whitmore here, or not here with their pick. Yeah, no, this one should be pick. Should be Scoot and trade Anthony Simons and Dame, if they can. I'm interested to see the return for Dame. I go, what can you get for Damian Lillard? You probably a couple firsts. You gotta get contracts at least kind of close. So it'll have to be someone making money. Like, if it's the Heat, it's gonna be Tyler Hero. Otherwise, there's just nobody else you can even, like, try and make the contracts match up. Which I might be overplaying that a bit too much, but that's all right. Not the smartest. Yeah, no, like, or in a 3-team trade or whatever. Yeah, I'm not the smartest when it comes to whole contract situations. But yeah, no, the return for Dame would be interesting. Um, yeah, Miami's the big one that they talk about. I don't even really know. Obviously, like, Lakers, but they can't do that. Yeah, no, Lowry. Like, that's like, it would literally have to be Lowry and Hero, and then a crap ton of picks. But good Toronto. I know that's not great. You probably wouldn't want to go there, but Toronto needs a point guard. New Orleans needs a point guard. Okay, well, who do they select? Jovic. Okay, yeah. No, that's. I don't. Dude, Jovic looks amazing. Okay, Scoot goes number 3. So the Dame's gone. Simons, I would recommend exploring the trade market for. Yeah, no, if that and that, I don't blame him for the Jovic one because he looks like a beast. Like he has put on so much weight. Yeah, Amen's the point guard, which Astor actually he averaged more assists, but I don't know. Yeah, no, Amen is the much better player. He's the on ball guy. Astor just does everything. Like he's not bad with the ball, but he much prefers to play next to an actual point guard. So I think him in what did I say? In Washington, is where I had him going last. That one I kind of like because then you're just letting him get up the shots. Right? Yeah. Like I get Poole's like not getting necessarily a point guard, but he's definitely a ball dominant player. So that like putting a store next to him, whereas I think they said he shot 40% in the OTE playoffs. So that helps. And then you get a defender. You at least get a willing defender. Someone who's going to actually try in 6'7". If you try, you're going to be a good defender. So I do actually like Astor. They do, but I don't think you're gonna not. I think we're gonna pass up on Astor for Tyus Jones and Monte Morris. Like you could specifically Monte Morris, you could ship off to a team like the Lakers or the Clippers, who need that point guard to put them over the edge. Specifically, the Clippers. I would have liked to see that Clippers team with Chris Paul. That would have been really cool. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Because yeah, you're not. Because I do like them. They're both really solid point guards. It is. It's so weird. I was like, he should be the backup. He should be the backup. I don't see a world where you start him and Curry next to each other. Even like you play them together, absolutely. But yeah, there's no way. Yeah, no, because it's all off ball movement. Like it's literally you pass and you run. I was like, they don't have. I mean, you could do it with obviously you can run with any of these dudes, but yeah, because then who are you going to ban? Like if you do bring Draymond back, which I don't know if they can or what, but then you're not gonna. Yeah, no, I was like he's literally the most expensive 6-man. That's his best role. I do think though if he accepts coming off the bench, then the Warriors will actually they'll be a good regular season team. I think when the defense isn't necessarily as important, but as soon as they get into the playoffs, they're gonna get cooked because you can't put you got to have a center, and I don't think Draymond would be that. Like it would have to be Kevon Looney. And then you honestly, I think the Warriors should just end it with Draymond. I don't think even before the CP3 trade, like they should have. He's getting a little too old, I think. But yeah, because you can't play those two because Curry tries. Yeah, no, he shouldn't get paid. No, he should get paid a little bit. Not obvious, like nowhere near the max. Like probably about half whatever you would. I think that's like 15. Like he's still a valuable player. Because I think Marcus Smart will be, yeah, like 12. I was thinking like 15 at the. I would think is probably what I wouldn't be surprised if like 15. I wouldn't be surprised if a team played him the whole like literally the most that they could. So yeah, no, I wouldn't pay more than 15 million for him. And in that case, like you have to be a team that's like on the edge. Like honestly, like if Charlotte wanted to make a push this year, swap PJ Washington for Draymond, I honestly wouldn't hate that. But it would have to be a team like that's trying to make a push this year, trying to get into playoffs like as soon as possible. Like that's who it would have to be and have money. Like in all honesty, Memphis wouldn't have been bad, but then they traded for Marcus Smart, and that already kind of fills that role. If if the Mavericks had any money, that would be a great team because all they need is a defender. Like if they can play any form of defense, they'll be fine. Which is why I was like, honestly, like Derek Lively at 10 is not too far fetched for me. Leonard Miller at 10 isn't over the far fetched because they play defense. That's all they need is defense. So it's like, but they don't have any money. Yeah, no, I saw that float around. It's like I don't know how I feel about that because Grant can play defense. He can, but he's also small. Like the Celtics only used him against certain teams this year. Like there were games where he just didn't play, which I thought was stupid. But like there were games where he didn't play. So you're not going to be able to like at least, or if you have a coach as unique as Mazzulla, he's not going to play. Pretty much pretty much what he is. Okay, one of the Thompsons is on the phone. That didn't. He's happy. I don't know. Yeah, no, they're pretty much cut from the same cloth. They're literally corner threes. Like I think Grant was it this year or last year? He was one of the best 3-point shooters in the corner. But yeah, but he doesn't. PJ Tucker, I think, was a better defender, specifically a better interior defender than Grant is. Grant, I think he's better on the perimeter. At least he's more suited. Like Grant's specialty is against smaller 4s and 3s, or bigger 2s like Jimmy Butler. Like, well, it didn't work, but he attempted to guard Jimmy Butler. Like that was a lot of his that was his assignment a lot of the time. But okay, pick is in. They showed the Thompsons. I obviously can't tell which one's which, but one of them was on the phone. I'm guessing I'm in. That's probably. Yeah, no, I was like, literally, they showed a picture of him. I was like, and I couldn't tell. Like they said it. Yeah, okay, so Amen Thompson. So I wouldn't like. They're probably looking to trade one of their guards then. Yeah, no, yeah, Amen was. I should have paid attention to the red carpet where they would have showed the suits or whatever. So he seems like a dang good player, but I don't like the logjam of guards there. Right? They don't. I don't think they're really committed to anyone outside of Green and Smith. Like they could even train Sengun. I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. In which case, if we didn't have Porzingis, I would have loved. I like Sengun a lot. But yeah, no, that's the only problem for me. Is you just have so many of the exact same player. It's like whereas LaMelo and Scoot are not the same player. Like they're clearly not. That's why that one you can go with for talent. This one I just don't. You have three of the only difference is 1'6'7". Like that's the only difference right now, and even then his defense isn't terrific. Probably the best out of Porter, Green, and Thompson. Probably the best. But again, we'll have to see against. That's also against high school players. So I don't know. Yeah, they showed. I think it was the workout with the Blazers that they showed, like the 3-point shooting from that, and it was just ugly. It was ugly. Like they had him doing like the one hand, or it hurt to watch. As a white guy who can shoot, it hurt to watch, and I was like, I wouldn't be surprised. Like even apart doing this, I had a Sora ranked higher than him just because of that shot. Like his shot is just ugly. Yeah, he's great at attacking. I think he's gonna have a steep learning curve though. Um, because in practices he's gonna go up again. Sengun, I love him, not a defender, not a defender in the slightest. Right? Yeah, that's the hard part. I was like, I don't have a knock on the fact that they're 20 or whatever. It's just that everybody else they played was 18. At the pretty much the oldest. Like the competition was 18. Like a lot of the guys would have declared this year, but they can't. Like a lot, they think of a couple first round picks for next year played in the OT, but they just couldn't, like they couldn't um, can't declare because they're too young. So that's going to be I like the learning curve. I like against the competition is just going to be so drastic. Like you can't like you're going against high school centers and and then Alperen Sengun in training camps and whatever to then go up against. We'll just start with Victor Wembanyama, who's a much better defensive center than Sengun. You go up against like Bam, even is Embiid, all these terrific defensive centers, and it's just going to be way different for the whole finishing aspect, which is one about the only. Okay, he can play make. He can play make all right. I will say that's where it is. Like when you can get that deep, that opens up a lot. If only they had players who could shoot. Yeah, I think AD definitely does work better as a 4. Bam, he fits as the Heat center for sure because they have nobody else to play it. Because you're not going to put Cody Martin there, or you're not going to put whoever the Martin twin is. Yeah, no, honestly, I was thinking that for like Wembanyama, it would be a much better 4. Because of how well he can play on the perimeter, but you have they don't have the Spurs don't have anyone to play center. Like you're not going to play Zach Collins and Caleb Martin. Terrific wing, but you're not going to put him at center. I loved watching them both of them at Nevada. Like that year where Nevada, I think they were like a 7 seed or whatever. I loved watching them that year. How was that? Or they were a 3 seed, whatever they were, and they played the 7 seed and lost. They lost. I think they lost to Texas. Anyways, but you're not going to put them at center. Like there's nobody else on the Heat roster at this last year that would play center over them. Yeah, no, they're it kind of went. I think that also had something to do with the Hornets being the Hornets. Like when they got drafted they weren't doing anything. They've had one postseason appearance since for the Hornets have since both of them got drafted. So I was like, yeah, right. There's just hopefully Brandon Miller will help though. That'll open up some opportunity for Cody, right? No, he's probably gonna move on. But no, Caleb balled out. He was terrific. There was, I will say, I don't know, like if Tyler Hero, yeah, Jordan's gone. That's honestly that could be if the Hornets turn around and make the playoffs. Oh dang! Honestly, I was not expecting Asor to go 5. That one surprises me. Yeah, he was not a good draft. Outside of LaMelo, he's whiffed every single time. At least that I can think of off the top of my head. Anyway, Asor Thompson to 5. That surprises me. Oh, because you have Cade, when he's healthy, Jaden Ivey, and Killian Hayes, which Killian Hayes is dispensable. I guess he is 6'7". and you can play him at the 3 and move Bogdanovich. But their front court, apparently they're planning on keeping Isaiah Stewart and running him, Duran, or if they've seen enough out of Wiseman or Bagley to keep them. No, he's not. He had some good, like when he was the only option. He had a good year that year. I think the year he tried to fight the whole Lakers team. He's a good player, but he's not like Duran's better than him. Can't really play. You can't put both of them because they're the exact. Neither of them can shoot for crap. It's a lot of guards. I was like, I'm not mad at it just because Asor's. Oh, you hit a shot there. I was like he can shoot if needed to, but no, because that's pretty much 3 guards you've drafted in back years, right? Because Cade was no, never mind. Yeah, Cade was 21, Ivy was 22, and now Thompson in 23. Yeah, yeah. No, I would have preferred Jarris Walker here, or even Taylor Hendricks, who can shoot, is the best shooter out of everyone mentioned. Like he's better than both the Thompson twins at shooting. Wemby's probably the only one better than him at shooting. It's like Walker can honestly is probably better than Amen or Amen, whatever his name is. But yeah, Cam Whitmore would have fit beautifully. I would have preferred that. If you were going for a small forward, I would have preferred Whitmore over him. I am also not at all the workouts and trainings and everything. So who does Orlando take? I think Orlando is in a unique position where you have your two stars, like your two kind of cornerstones in Wagner and Paulo, and the other 3 starters are okay. As like the guards are the weaker part, but they're still relatively young. I don't think Cole Anthony is going to develop too much more as anything other than a scorer. He's someone that would come off the bench beautifully. Right, that they just have so many of them though. They have so many okay guards. Like Markel's good, but he's not injured all the time. But when he plays, he's all right. Cole Anthony is pretty much just a scorer. Who else do they got? I'm kind of blanking on Orlando. So if you take a high upside guard, Jalen Suggs, I was like, is not gonna. I was so sad he didn't develop, or he's not going to develop. So disappointed. Yeah, none of them can shoot. So honestly, Nick Smith is probably the best guard who can shoot, because Anthony Black is not going to shoot. Anthony Black can't shoot he can, but he's not, like, that's not his. It plays very similarly to the Thompson twins. Grady Dick can, but you're not going to take him here. So I think you got Paulo. Paulo could play the center. Right, yeah, that kind of that kind of messes. I mean, that's who I think ESPN had as their top 5 players. But honestly, I for sure did not expect them to. Yeah, so the Mavs are going to get a dang good player. Okay, who are they taking? It's probably Whitmore. If I had to guess, it's going to be probably Cam Whitmore. And you can work on, I don't know. Anthony Black. Never mind. The one person who I said they're not going to take. They go with Anthony Black, who I think I had him going with their second pick. I think that's who I had him in my last one. I had him taking. It's like he's a good player. Like but he can't shoot. As like he can't. At least he doesn't shoot. He doesn't shoot the ball. But again, he's tall. He's long. You can play him as a 2. Ideally, is where you put him. If you're trying, I don't know. I didn't think I'd have to think about this fit. I didn't think. I thought like honestly, this is where I had him end going. I had him falling here, so I didn't. But in all honesty, like you're not going to take Walker because you already have. Like, honestly, you're not really going to find someone better than Wendell Carter, I don't think. So, and you're sure as heck not finding anybody better than Paulo. So your front court's pretty much locked up. Yeah, Whitmore's the only one you could play him or Franz as the two, and go from there. But apparently, it's like when looking at the guards, I guess they had Anthony Black at the top. I guess I still think Nick Smith's better than he is. But yeah, no, Whitmore I think should have been the pick. No, he didn't. He literally all their high, like pretty good playmaker, but I think that's not even his top skill. Like that's the first one they're showing here, but it's not like that was only out of necessity. Like when Nick Smith wasn't playing, that's when he stepped up as the point guard, which was great that he could do it. Like that's honestly like pretty impressive. But that's not one of his top skills. Like he can attack beautifully, and he can actually defend very well. So like I wasn't mad like going to Dallas as a defensive guard, but then playing him at the whatever, like with the fit, like he wasn't. He's much more of an on ball in my opinion. So like I like Grady Dick to Dallas, but yeah, no, it's like the whole like the fit just seems so weird because Franz can shoot and Cole Anthony can score sometimes from the 3-point line, and that's all you're getting. Take the hat off for a second. And that's all you're getting from the perimeter. Paulo doesn't shoot like he just like I think he can. Okay, I'll put that back on. I look ugly as heck. Like I think he can shoot, but he doesn't. He averaged I think right around 1 a game is what it was. Like he just wouldn't shoot it. Let's see, where is it? He literally he averaged 4. Okay, apparently there's just a stretch in there where he averaged like 1 a game. Okay, it says the Pacers pick is in. They're not showing silver, so I'll give it a second. A lot of these teams, like the Rockets and the Magic, are going to be so low in 3-point percentage, 3-point attempts. And we'll honestly probably be picking, okay, the Magic maybe not, because they do have a much more well-rounded team. The Rockets will probably be right back picking in the top 5 again, if I had to guess. Or they're not making the play. Like they're not going to show too much improvement, I don't think, unless Udoka unlocks something with Tari Eason. But I'll move on to the Pacers now. Whitmore could fit here, or either one of the two power forwards. Like Jarris Walker, I think is who I would take here. But Cam Whitmore fits beautifully. Taylor Hendricks fits beautifully. And it's of course, no one that I say. It's never I don't know. I thought this draft, like, I knew there's going to be a lot of, like, there's a lot of different ways you could go, but I thought as a whole, there weren't going to be too many reaches. Okay, if they trade it to the Wizards. See, that's the problem with no sound. Like, I don't hear any of this stuff. So sorry. Thanks for saying that. I was like, not that he's a bad player. He's so unpolished. Like his offensive game is so unpolished that the team like the Pacers, who could in the East compete for a playoff spot. Yeah, I don't like just saying that about International, but it's like he is. It's exactly like if he had stayed and come back next year, this would have been a perfect spot. But like if like they couldn't unless they're swapping these 2 picks. Yeah, that's. I think he's a better defender, as you have to be if you're 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan. Like you kind of have to be a better defender. But yeah, no, it's the same thing. I was like he was his offensive game was so raw. Nikian was still a good perimeter defender. Um, but yeah, no, like the offensive game was just so raw, and it just didn't work. Um, well, at least Wemby supports him, but that just kind of seems like the guy Wemby is. He's okay. I don't hate that then, because then that's perfect. I was like, that's a perfect spot for him to go. 2 seconds for the eighth. 2 seconds and the eighth. Okay. I mean, again, yeah, no, that's he's gonna get. He's gonna get time. I was like, he's gonna get playing time. Yeah, I was like, you can obviously you can draft an MVP and an NBA champion with them, but it's not as a whole. Yeah, no, it's right. I think it's solely just to save money. Like that's what it is. And if not, then the Pacers would have taken him. Like, okay, you still got him. Because again, I don't think he's a bad player, just not what Indianapolis, like Indiana, needs. Because I think like if they take Jarris Walker, like Cam Whitmore, Taylor Hendricks, any of these dudes, like all three of them can help them right away compete for a playoff spot. Because your competition's the Hawks, who are in their own kind of turmoil down there. I was like, it's not. They're in a good spot to compete. So I think you take someone like Jarris Walker, Taylor Hendricks, who can play big as opposed to Jalen Smith. And that helps you like that. Like they would start game one. And then, yeah, I think he does too. Because Miles Turner already can stretch the floor if needed. And so both of them can. Walker can play from the perimeter as well. Yeah, I was like, but then Whitmore too is if you're looking to kind of move off of Buddy Hield a little bit, save a bit more money, then or keep him for this next year and play him and Whitmore together. Then that fits perfect there too. So it's yeah, but I don't even know if I want to Bilal Koulibaly or however you say his name. Like that's would just make no sense for the for the Pacers. So thanks for telling me they traded. Otherwise, I'd be sitting here clueless. But no, either one of the fours or Ken Whitmore. Like, there's nobody else it should be, and I don't blame them. I was like, they really should. That's dude, literally just playing two, just trading them like bam, like dude, he's king of the fourth quarter challenge, just real life. Like he's getting them, he's getting assets and flipping them. That's exactly the Chris Paul trade. Yeah, dang. But I don't blame him. I was like, it didn't work when you had Bradley Beal. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I don't know what made him think that Porzingis trade was a good idea. Because as a Celtics fan, I was like, I'm torn over the fact that we lost Marcus Smart, but objectively, we got Kristaps Porzingis. So I don't know. I was like, and we got 2 first-round picks. Like literally, like I was telling myself, I was like, I don't know who we want. Yeah, I don't blame them, but it's like that's yeah, okay, Jarris Walker, yeah, no, perfect for Indiana. No, I don't blame him because that was the Clippers who were going to take him, right? And when you're already injured like that, it's obviously you don't want him. So I guess the Lakers are injured too a lot, so I get it, I understand it, but honestly, I'm kind of happy, dude. It hurt. I was like I would have preferred the Brogdon deal. just seeing him in the Grizzlies jersey, it's the same picture, but it hurts. It hurts every time. But it's like if we win, if we win a championship, it's worth it. Yeah, it's the same exact thing from the Celtics to the Grizzlies. It's the same thing. I don't remember at least too many Tony Allen games, but as like I remember like terrific defense. They're both terrific defense. It hurts. It's and it's a lot to think. Like my friend asked me like well, what do you think? Is like, dude, you don't watch basketball, and it's just gonna be too hard to explain to you. But yeah, no, it hurts. But if it works out, then I can't. I gotta get over it. But I don't know if I can watch any Grizzly games just because I can't see him in the jersey. It's gonna hurt so much. Like some trades, I can see it. Like even Bradley Beal in a Suns jersey didn't look too off to me. I was like, okay, whatever. Everyone's in a Suns jersey these days. But seeing Chris Paul in a Golden State jersey, that looked weird. Seeing Marcus Smart in a Grizzlies jersey looks atrocious. Because you can kind of picture Chris Paul because he's played for so many teams over the last couple of years. But seeing Marcus Smart in anything, yeah, I was like, to me, that one wasn't too bad, especially compared to these last two. Like, I get he's only play like for Washington fans, maybe it would look a little weird, but for me, who doesn't watch too, yeah, it doesn't. That's what they should have done. Like the news of it was more shocking than the Photoshop jerseys. That's just the exact opposite of what you do. You have two of the best scorers in the NBA right now, in Durant and Booker, and you get another just score. Right? Yeah, I was like all these guys I've seen in different jerseys because the Heat, the Knicks, the Nets, all those. Like seeing Kevin Durant in any jersey just isn't weird. Like you could put him in anything. Maybe a Timberwolves jersey would be a little weird. But it's like, yeah, all the Miami photoshops are hilarious. The Nick one, I laugh every time I see someone photoshopped in a Knicks jersey. It find it hilarious. Okay, the Jazz. I forgot the draft was going on for a second. I would like this to be a point guard like Nick Smith. Again, I am a Nick Smith fan, but Cam Whitmore is probably the best player, and Lauri Markkanen doesn't need to play the three. So that's again who it should be. And if it is, it feels so weird. I understand it in Cleveland when you had two other bigs, but outside of that, like he's a terrific stretch four. Like he is the model stretch four. So like Cam Whitmore here, like would be terrific. Bobby Marks' team needs a starting point guard. Okay, he's not that, but 3-point shooting, perfect. Power forward or a small forward, you can fit right in there. That's Cam Whitmore. Like he will play right away. I don't care about Victor Wembanyama. Okay, can we please just kind of like let me see Adam Silver? But no, typically when like the draft, when a mock draft it, Cam Whitmore's gone. Then you have someone like Anthony Black. These point guards trying to focus on that because that's where they are a little weaker. Is that front is the backcourt. Okay, you talk about these guys enough. Please just go away. Get off my screen. But I like that he had Cason Wallace that high. I like that. Not so sure about Sensabaugh or Chris Murray that high. Holy cow, I get distracted so easily. Yeah, no, this should be Cam Whitmore. He's fallen so far. He's fallen crazy far. You have another pick. You have pick 16 where you can take an upside swing because apparently, like Taylor Hendricks might still be there. which would be a weird fit, but could trade him or whatever. But yeah, you can take a swing at more than likely one of these guards with the 16th pick, and you'll be terrific. Because Colin Sexton, like again, the Jazz are similar to the Magic in that they have the guards that are okay, like they're good, they're good players, but they're better off the bench. Like they're better as backups. Colin Sexton and Jordan Clarkson, obviously, who won the Sixth Man of the Year award. I was like, you're obviously pretty good off the bench. So like that's probably where they fit better. And you can take, but they do allow give you like versatility in terms of starting and not, and you can take a swing at what I thought would have been an Anthony Black, but now again a Nick Smith, or at 16 a Keontae George, who needs some developmental time. Kobe Buffkin, I'm not don't understand all the hype, but I get it. Teams a lot of that's who it should be. It shouldn't be Taylor Hendricks, because that's literally kind of just drafting a Lauri Markkanen. Like it's not the exact same, obviously, because like no two players are the exact same. But Taylor Hendricks and Lauri Markkanen, you literally have two very, very, very similar players. Yeah, like because Hendricks doesn't have the movement as well as Lauri does. Yeah, no, it absolutely should be. Like if they want to, because with the run of guards, I can understand. There's so many of them. Like there's so many guards in this draft class that you have to go Cam Whitmore here, because there's no one like Cam Whitmore for a while. Like your next best forward is probably Dick, but he's kind of as a shooting guard. They have it as Sensabaugh as the next best, nowhere near the level of Cam Whitmore. So you kind of got like best player available, best position player available is Whitmore by far. And you have these later picks where you can take a guard. Let's see though. It's in on my phone. I need to stop saying things. Because no matter whatever I say, or I just need to say the opposite of what I think, and then it'll be perfect. Why are you why? I don't. It makes no sense. It's not. I'm a huge Taylor Hendricks fan. I love him. Had him ranked higher than the Thompson twins. Yeah, it's literally everyone's minds are so messed up. It started with Asar. I think like that. He's the one that like that. The Pistons, not Asar himself. The Pistons messed it up by picking Asar, and then it's just gone downhill. Like the Magic didn't help, but you were saying like now. You okay? To be fair, like it's literally just trying to replicate Cleveland. Like you have three, like when Lauri was in Cleveland. You got your three bigs. Okay, they traded it to OKC. Oh, then that's perfect. Like because OKC needs a 4. Bertans in the pick. Okay. So then they'll get 12, right? I should probably be checking my phone for these things. Oh, the Mavs pick. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Bertans doesn't play for the Jets. I'm an idiot, dude. No, I guess that's a good reason to have Twitter pulled up. Like I don't want to see Woj spoil them all. Okay, so the Mavs pick. Honestly, they're probably gonna select Lively. Like that's who the Mavs will end up with. It will be Derek Lively. Because by the looks of it, like okay, Okay, but they're gonna draft another wing. Oh no, Jarris Walker. No, he got picked by the Pacers. Never mind. The brain is working today. Because the Thunder don't need another guard or wing. That's literally all they are made up of. It is 4 guards, and Chet Holmgren is going to be their starting lineup next year. I guess Jalen Williams is a small forward, but right. There's no one. Let's see. Yeah, I don't get. Well, you get Davis Bertans. I'm sure that's the sole reason why. Because it would make so much more sense if they traded for Taylor Hendricks, because that fits perfect. Like they need that power forward to put to pair with Chet. Because Cam Whitmore's not. I love him, but he's not gonna solve any of your positional issues. But again, they seem to just be taking talent at this point. Like at 12, I liked him taking Derek Lively. Yeah, no, it's like they need any kind of big, because you have Shea and Giddey are locked in as your 2 guards. Then a combination of Dort and Jalen Williams. And they're just over. Like, it's not gonna. I think Lou Dort is the one that you're gonna give the odd man out to, because Jalen Williams played so well this year. Like, if you could trade him for a 4, that would be great. But you could put one of them off the bench, I guess. You could put Lou Dort. Lou Dort off the bench would honestly be pretty nice. But that means now you got to land someone here, but you're not. Who are you? You're taking Cam Whitmore to play the 4. You're taking Derek Lively and have Chet play the 4. Noah Clowney, 10th overall. I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, this is going to be Noah Clowney. I'm just Noah Clowney or Leonard Miller right now. That's who it's going to be. No, never mind. That makes too much sense. Never mind. It makes too much sense to go for positional fit. Yeah, like it's like, honestly, like, it could be Cam Whitmore just for that, because he's by far the best player. Like, without a doubt, he's the best player available. It's like ESPN has him. His competition is Grady Dick. Oh no, Whitmore's. I think that's the player you would love here. I'm just surprised it's OKC who traded up for that. You see, not someone like Atlanta, or Atlanta would have been a better fit for him there. To be fair, none of the other teams I could really see trading up for it. So, right, the only difference is that Shea has started to develop, where Green or Porter Jr. haven't. Okay, so there's the Wizards Pacers trade. But yeah, no, they have, which is like, I think at least they were clowned a bit for taking, like, oh, it's a pick in 2023. Like, you're drafting. Dude, I know. I am so thankful you were here. You're saving my brain right now. Whatever there is left to save. They don't need another point guard. I mean, if you are going to take a guard, it's a point guard, because Shea has played the 2 before with Chris Paul, and Giddey can play the 3. But that's 2 playmakers in Giddey and Cason Wallace. And you now you have yeah, I don't get it. Probably not. Like he's gonna just be a throwaway in some trade. Let's send him to Washington. Send him to Washington where he can actually play. That's just the new spot right now. It's just send him to Washington. It used to be like send him to Houston or whatever. Again, I like Cason Wallace. I had him as my number 3 point guard after Amen and Scoot. But why? This doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, defense is his strong suit. He's not a bad shooter. Like I'm sure that they'll show some shooting highlights. He offensively he'll do whatever you need him to do. He'll play make, he'll shoot, he can drive. Little his finishing isn't terrific. But no, the defense is the selling point. Like that's what it's like, yeah. No, honestly, this is it's just I get a 2K simulation draft. Like you sim it in 2K, and this is the kind of results you get. Like I'm surprised Victor holy cow, words are hard. I'm surprised Victor went 1 at this point. Like that's literally where I'm at. Oh dang, what a block. Okay, dude. Yeah, no, I love Cason Wallace. But OKC is not the place for him. I don't know. He'll come off the bench, obviously, because you're not going to start him. I don't know what they have planned. I just don't get it. Yeah, because I'm at a point where I believe the talent level, especially like just using this draft specifically. I had it was Victor by himself, Miller and Scoot in their own little tier. After that, you get a good group of the Thompson twins, Walker, Hendricks, and Whitmore. That's a pretty like all of them so many similar talents. And then after that, like there's so many of these guys that are so talented, where it is dependent on how much playing time. Again, we'll see so many players who were perceived as less talented, but you go to the right situation and you get playing time, you get developed. Which I'm not saying like OKC can clearly develop players. That's not the problem. But he's just not going to play. As opposed to someone even Cam Whitmore would have played there. But yeah, just as a whole, you're going to see so many players like that get overlooked. But they're still so talented, and they go to a spot that fits them, and they just explode. They burst onto the scene. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Start thinking of an example here. Christian Braun. I'm gonna call him Christian Braun. Wasn't the most talented. I could see someone like Colby Jones doing that this year anyway. But right, obviously wasn't the most talented, but went to a perfect fit where he can go come off the bench, play defense, and it works. Jalen Williams. Yeah, no, Peyton Watson didn't play much. Yeah, I wasn't overly high on him, but as a good wing, he's a terrific wing prospect. Orlando, who are you pairing with Anthony Black? I'm done. What went wrong? What went wrong in Cam Whitmore's testing? It's like, what is going on that no one can see? That only these NBA teams see. Yeah, there's got to be something. Like, did he pull a Justin Fields on like some mental score, like some test, like some? CJ Stroud still got drafted high. Yeah. No, he should go to the Mavericks. I was like, that's a perfect place. Yeah, I don't know what is, because that's literally um no, you don't, unless you already have Cam Whitmore gone. Like, the only reason you have Jet Howard this high is if he's the best player at that position. Like, you have someone reaching on on Cam Whitmore, Grady Dick's probably off the board. Oh yeah, no, they reached so far. I don't. There's clearly something that has gone on behind the scenes that wasn't said, because Cam Whitmore, I was like, they play. It is. This is. My stream's slowing down. Not my this one. The what I'm watching. Um. Yeah. No. This is because you're taking the small forward. Like, the Magic literally had Jet Howard ranked higher on their board than Cam Whitmore. I don't get it. Oh, come on. Let me go ahead and yeah, no, because these guys are literally going to play the small four. Both of them are going to play. Well, I guess Jet might play the two, but Cam Whitmore could have played the two. I was like, for the Magic, you're literally drafting them to play the same position. They're playing the exact same thing. Yeah, no, it'll be. I wouldn't be upset with either one of them. If they go lively, that would again just send me into a deeper confusion on why Whitmore's not going. But he fits them well. Like, because literally, again, all they need is defense, and he's probably the best definitely the best interior defender, probably the best defender in the class, in my opinion. But Whitmore's the most talented. He can play defense, right? That's all you need, and he can play offense, which is terrific. Cam Whitmore's like it's literally what you would expect, like Reggie Bullock. Who else are these? Why can't I think of players? Like, he's literally just all the guys that the Mavs have tried to. Yeah, what is, I don't know either, dude. Like, he's literally just all the guys the Mavs have tried to fit in there, and just hasn't overly. It's worked to an extent because they suck. Tim Hardaway Jr. That's what I was trying to think of. Like, Cam Whitmore can do that, but better defensively than Tim Hardaway, and better offensively than Reggie Bullock. But again, like, I wouldn't be mad if it's Derek Lively. I would just be more confused. Now, if it's anyone other than those two players, like, I literally just might walk out. No, I'm not gonna do that because I'm enjoying this. But yeah, no, dude. Well, honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if the 76ers took him, traded up to take him, or the Nuggets might trade up. I don't know. Jokic might be too attached to his horses. They might need a new center. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if they just had the one guy that they all loved and just couldn't find a trade to trade down and get him, or if they legitimately thought they were better. I don't know. This is it's hurting my head. Like the stupidity on this one has made my brain, which already doesn't work well enough, work even slower. And the trades don't help. That's not. It's not being able to see the trades. It's. Oh gosh. Yeah, no, they are. Because that's where I had Hood Schifino going. Was to the Raptors, and that's still possible. So it's kind of surprising. And then Wallace going to the Pelicans because I think the Raptors do need a point guard because Malachi Flynn can only show up in pro-am leagues, and whether that's Nick Smith or Hood Schifino, that's terrific value. If they take Grady Dick, that works too. Scotty Barnes can play enough point guard. So Toronto's pretty much set. New Orleans, yeah, CJ McCollum. They literally just copy and pasted the exact same player. Like it's literally like the San Diego State team. Like they were all literally the exact same player. Just it's the same thing. Just now for the pros. And there's commercials, so we're not going to see who it is for another minute. And the pick's been in for a while. Dude, I felt so good about my mock draft, like my most recent one. I felt so good about it. Yeah, he probably taking shit at this point. Probably. Oh, that's probably why it's taking so long. Oh gosh. Yeah, ever since. Yeah, no, it's. I like because man, I didn't necessarily not want it to happen, but like I didn't. I was like, but it made sense. And then a sword happened, and now my brain's deep fried, and it's not coming back. But for the Thunder pick, I think, or the Mavs pick, Whitmore Lively. Toronto should be a point guard, just because they literally have 4 other starting 6-7 guys. So it should be. See, and that's why I was saying Hood Schifino. He's tall at 6'5", so is Nick Smith. But yeah, Hood Schifino would fit in what they typically go for, and just for their team. But if you are okay, I was like, it's honestly he could go 13, like he could go 13 or 14. Because I wonder if it's Cam Whitmore's injury. Because I was just about to say that for Nick Smith. I wonder if something, because he came back and played well. But if there's something with that they just like, oh, they're going to prefer to go with that over. But no, I was like, Kobe Buffkin, I was like, I had him higher than Jet Howard. I still had Hood Schifino ahead of him and Nick Smith and Wallace. Kobe Buffkin to the Lakers was my perfect fit for him. Yeah, no, Howard. I had him like he was going up, and then started watching a bit more. I was like, no, that's not what Howard does. You can find in so many other players, in my opinion. But no, my ideal fit for Buffkin was to a team like the Lakers. Like I think they're at 17, which is probably lower than you had him go. But 13 or 14 wouldn't be bad. 13. Well, neither of those teams can really shoot. Draft fits though, not any of these picks. I'll tell you that much. Grady Dick, holy cow, dude! Oh, Grady Dick's hilarious. I'm excited to see where he goes, where Grady Dick goes, because the Hawks, the Jazz. Yeah, no, I'm sure he will. He'll probably go to either Toronto or New Orleans. Okay, please say Cam Whitmore. Okay, I'm not surprised, but I'm so confused. I'm so confused about Cam Whitmore. I don't know. The only logical thing I have. Yeah, I was like, it's not what I would have done, but I'm not mad at it. I was like going and looking back, like Asor confused the crap out of me. Somehow not the most confusing pick so far. Like I thought Asor would have been would have been the most like what the heck was that? Anthony Black made no sense. Koulibaly broke my head for a second until the told me he was traded. That made sense. Taylor Hendricks don't make sense. Jet Howard doesn't make sense. Yeah, no, Lively actually makes sense. Yeah, no, that's probably weren't any. Because I'm not surprised. Because you look at the teams to trade down with, Toronto wasn't going to move up another spot more than likely. Same with the Pelicans could to jump Toronto. That would have been the only logical thing. Atlanta probably wasn't. Utah wouldn't really have a need to. Brooklyn could have. Brooklyn could have for Cam Whitmore. That would have been an interesting fit. Yeah, no, but Bilal, I had him nowhere near my top 10. Nowhere near. For my last lottery mock, didn't even consider him. Wasn't even a thought. Which sounds very disrespectful. They do, but they're rebuilding. Yeah, no, I don't think Ben Simmons is playing another game of basketball. Like not necessarily NBA. I don't know if he ever plays a game of basketball again. Like rec league pickup, it's they do like it's bad, dude. He was so good. He was so good his first couple of years. Oh, I watched a video of like when they said like it all broke down, but I forgot the exact moment. Like obviously the passing of the layup was the obvious like, hey, it's gotten this bad. But he did it before too. Yeah, no, the Nets would have been. They do have wings, but I was like, if they do, they still could trade up for Whitmore because McCall can play the 2, so can Whitmore, and then Cameron Johnson, if they bring him back, can play the 4. That's not. Yeah, Ben's not playing. Oh yeah, who else could? Yeah, really, nobody else would have traded up. I don't think, because the Lakers, I don't think can. They just don't think they have the capital for that. The Hawks didn't really have too much of a need to, I don't think. Yeah, Derek Lively probably has the worst stat line that's getting drafted. Yeah, no, and with how crazy this draft is, I wouldn't want to either. I wouldn't. I like the two philosophies you could have would be to trade up like excessively to make sure you get the guy because you don't know. Like someone like Jet Howard who should have gone in like the 20s, went at 10. Yeah, like so either you need to go crazy psycho and trade up, or you just like you just accept like there's this strong possibility like Cam Whitmore, who was number 4 on so many people's boards. Well, not so many people, but on a few people's boards, could fall to you at 14, 13, 14, 15. I was like, there's no way he falls below Atlanta, though, right? I wouldn't think. Yeah, like he wasn't dropping any. I didn't have him anywhere below 7, like you said with the Pacers. Like I had him at 4 to the Rockets, and then 5 would have made sense to the Pistons. 6 was the Magic. That would have made sense. I don't know what just happened. Am I moving now? I'm moving now. Magic would have made sense at 6. Pacers would have made sense at 7. Why am I already blanking? 8 was 8 was the Wizards. Would have made sense there. Jazz would have made sense. Mavericks would have made sense. Thunder would have made sense. I don't get it. Yeah, the Jazz he fit perfectly. I don't know why. Sorry for that blackout there. I don't know what happened. But the team that's going to pick him is going to be Toronto, isn't it? I was like, the team with so many wings is going to pick Cam Whitmore, and he's not going to play. Well, I mean, he will play because you could theoretically play Scotty at the 1 and have Whitmore come off the bench as like a 6-man. I thought he was going to be one of the ones that started day 1. Like trade Bogdanovich for the Pistons, like the Pistons trade Bogdanovich and starting day 1. But yeah, I don't play. He wasn't going to get paid anywhere near that. Yeah, no, that's based on how this draft is going. Cam Whitmore's going here. Yeah, that's what it would be. But you have 37 wings. Like 37 out of your 13 players are wings, and you're just not going to get playing time. Let's see. I guarantee you that's who it is, though. Like they're going to take Cam Whitmore because who needs a point guard? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that would have made sense. Would have just that's the exact players he always drafts. Is the Liberos. But instead he Grady Dick's. They should let Grady Dick play in that. Like that should be Grady Dick's uniform for every single game. I mean, he's nailed the red. His face is just about as red as the suit. Like, but no, that actually Grady Dick actually makes some kind of sense. Like it's not not necessarily a point. He's not a point guard. But when you have Scotty Barnes, who will probably handle most of the point guard duties, I would think. They did because Siakam's going to shoot. Scotty can't shoot. Pirtle can't really shoot. Yeah, no, they needed him, and he can play defense too. Like he defensively, he's actually not bad. Like yeah, that's not what they needed, but yeah, no, that makes complete sense. Like not complete sense. But it makes enough. Like, it makes enough sense to take him here and just run your lineup of 6'7", anywhere from 6'5" to 6'8" guys. Yeah, no, as long as injuries stay out of it, he'll be around for a while. It's like again, maybe not necessarily with the Raptors because they're gonna have to pay everybody at some point. But he's definitely one that he will contribute to a lot of success. I think because he's not necessarily he's not a defensive liability. He's not a good defender, but he's not a liability, and he can shoot. So he's gonna stay. Right, like it feels a little weird, like when those when the rookie photos come out, I'm gonna be a little off put by it, but I was like, it fits. It makes enough sense that I'm not having an aneurysm over it. Okay, are the Pelicans gonna trade Zion? That has nothing really to do with drafting Cam Whitmore. I heard it. I haven't heard too much over the last 2 days. I haven't really heard about him getting traded. Like it's like it's pretty much the weekend is when I heard it. I don't blame him, dude. He's played 100 games in 4 years, something like that. Like those 100 games were fantastic. Yeah, so I don't think they're stuck with him. Like when he plays, he's great. But Cam Whitmore's also gonna play point guard CJ again. And have Whitmore and Ingram play 2 and 3, even though you have Herb Jones, you have Trey Murphy. He's not getting. I don't. Yeah, CJ's getting old. And, just watching him, he's getting old, which sucks because he's not even too old. He's not even that old, but he just looks. He just doesn't look like Portland CJ. Which I think that happens when you don't play next to Damian Lillard. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, he fits. At worst fits the Pelicans way better than CJ does. Because like theoretically, I would have thought this would be a point guard. Hood Schifino, Cason Wallace, Nick Smith. Right? That theoretically makes the most sense to me. But Cam Whitmore is by far the best player. Play him off the bench to start. And then I don't know. This is hurting my brain way too much. Dude, Keontae George just seems like the most randomly correct pick right now. Would literally just be a 2-inch taller CJ McCollum replacement. Mine too, dude. I was like, I want it. I want to try and like at least guess who's next, but I got nothing. It's like there's no one I can. I wonder if they have a trade, because no way it takes that long, or if they had one. Just one shot after another. I wonder if they had a trade in the works that fell through. Jordan Hawkins would be. Jordan Hawkins or Keontae George just seems like the most incorrectly correct pick. Yeah, I think they had a trade lined up with some, like they were that close and just couldn't come to agreement on like one part of it, so it fell through, and now they got to make a pick. Right? Yeah, Jordan Hawkins is going to be a terrific, but like it just feels like the perfect six man. Dude, I don't even know if Dyson Daniels is it because he didn't play. Like they literally like there's no footage of him anywhere. Like in a Pelicans shirt, in a Pelicans jersey. Like there's just nothing. I feel like he could be. Like he's a, like when you look like a traditional point guard, like he's not going to really be a scorer, but he seemed like a good facilitator as a prospect. Like he seemed right, and then they still didn't play him. So I don't know if they don't like him that much, or if they're I don't know. I don't get NBA teams sometimes because it's not like he was a second round pick. Like they drafted him the lottery or 17, it's something like that. They drafted him in the teens, and they just didn't play him. I mean, I guess Jovic didn't play either, but that's for different reasons. Yeah, it makes no sense. Dude, I cheer for Wisconsin too. I was like, I knew it was honestly, I knew it was going to happen. I wanted to hype him up, but Johnny Davis scores too much out of the mid range to be effective. He just so much mid range, so much on ball stuff that he's not going to be successful. I want him to be. Like he made Wisconsin basketball relevant for a year, and I love him for it. But it's not going to work out. He's going to need maybe off the bench for him. I don't know. See, Jordan Hawkins. I'm a count that. I nailed it. I'm counting it. I need to feel good. I need a feel good one because that's about all I can get out of it. I was like, yeah, I was like that makes sense. That makes logical sense. Again, not better than Cam Whitmore, but it makes sense. I was like, it felt like one of the like the correct, like it's not the best player available, but if you're looking for someone, like you're looking for a guard, he's probably the best one there for the Pelicans. The Hawks are so weird because they got a logjam of these the guys who can play 3 and 4s, like Sadiq Bey. I mean, John Collins is a 4. DeAndre Hunter could theoretically play a 3 or 4, but your two best players are guards. Right? Yeah, I was like, I didn't even get there, and like you just have so many of these mid wings. So like, do you want to take a shot at Cam Whitmore? that he would be the best one. But if that falls through, then like if he's not, then you have 6, 7 wings, or you could take a guard. Um, you could take a Hood Schifino. Yeah, no, it's got to be the name. It's got to be some of the name. Um, yeah, no, because I would take him. I would take Whitmore here, just solely because he's so in my eyes he's so much better than the next couple guys. But I wouldn't hate Nick Smith here. I wouldn't hate that. No way you have Gregory Jackson listed as a first round guy. No way. But if they did a Nick Smith, I wouldn't hate that. Because Trae Young's future's up in question, and DeJounte Murray should be up in question. Because at this point, Cam Whitmore is really the only guy that's going to make too much. Yeah, Gigi Jackson, he's second round. I get he's young and with some potential, but he's second round. He was so bad at South Carolina. But yeah, it's like you can take Jordan Hawkins is who I had going to him, so I almost nailed it. Nailed it there. Honestly, if the Jazz can get him at 16, they're saving so much money. But then you're starting 4 wings. Like you're literally starting. You'd have to play him at the 2 because Hendricks should start at the 4. Markkanen would be the 3, and then Whitmore he would come off the bench because you're not going to bench Jordan Clarkson for Whitmore. So that would work. That would work perfectly. And if Hendricks takes a little bit of time to develop, because I think he's a bit more developmental than Whitmore, then you could start Whitmore at the 3, move Markkanen into the 4, and then have Hendricks off the bench, who could come in for either Markkanen or even maybe for Kessler. But no, if the Jazz get him at 16 as opposed to 9, they're saving so much money, and you're still getting two of the best players available at the time. But I wouldn't be surprised if they go guard at 16. Yeah, I think that the guard should go Nick Smith, or the guards. The Hawks should go Nick Smith. I think that's who it's going to be. I'm literally just going to look at guys like 10 picks down and like shoot from there. Because Hood Schifino would work. Sensabaugh's not that high. Keontae George. Honestly, Keontae George isn't bad either. But I'm also high. I know for a fact I'm higher on Keontae George and Nick Smith than just about anybody else. But we'll see. Pick is in. They're showing the stage. And no Adam Silver. Again, the lack of sound is... Oh, there he is. Okay. Just please make sense. All I'm asking is that it makes sense. That makes sense. You get a backup guard. You give him time to develop. If Trae Young wants out, then you're all right. It's a little... Actually, no, it's honestly right around where I would have had him going. Yeah, no, the Lakers would have been the perfect fit for him. I was like, that would have been... That just felt the most right to me, was it was him on the Lakers. And yeah, the Hawks just feel like a mess. Like they literally feel like a 500. Like no matter who they add, if Onyeka Okongwu takes the next step, they feel like a 500 team. That's just their bench is a mess. They need depth, which Buffkin adds. Like he will add depth pretty much right away. And with a whole lot of potential. Yeah, no, they're always just. I mean, they had the good little run, but that was very clearly a fluke. I think that's safe to say at this point. But no, if Trae Young wants out, Buffkin's for next year more so is a terrific fallback. Because he can play a bit of defense too. Yeah, like, everything was perfect for that, and then they messed it up. Okay, the Jazz should be Cam Whitmore. Dude, yeah, no, those were. I don't know how the Sixers lost that one. I really, I like looking back. I don't get it. I get Embiid is literally the opposite of him in the playoffs, but they were still so much more talented than the Hawks team. That Knicks series though was so much fun to watch. Like that was perfect playoff basketball. Was that Hawks? Yeah, no, it was literally him and John Collins was the second best player. Maybe you can make an argument for Clint Capella, but John Collins was literally the second best player in that run. I was like, but yeah, it was. He had no one. He literally had no one. So he honestly he should request to get the heck out of there. I know that I saw it mentioned somewhere, so that's probably where I'm drawing it from. But I'm not a huge fan of his, but he does. He's pretty soon we'll be saying he deserves better than Atlanta. But yeah, no, the Jazz they should take Cam Whitmore. I would think it's Cam Whitmore. If not, it's a guard. But Cam Whitmore just, yeah. No, because I guarantee money aside, like if you take money out of it and all that stuff, it's like him on the Trae Young on the Lakers would just be media heaven. I was like, that would just be. I don't think ESPN would post anything else. Dude, they're literally just stalling for no point. It's been an hour and a half and just past the halfway point. Because they're doing dumb stuff like this. And anyways. Yeah, literally. I was like, there's I'm sure they could get him to do this interview tomorrow morning, later tonight. I was like, there's the pick is in. And all you're missing is an Adam Silver. But it's all right. It's all right. There are much worse things to be doing out there than sitting here waiting. Yeah. No, I was like, I literally. It might just because I can't hear him, but I literally don't care what he has to say. I was like, it's probably just generic stuff, anyways. So just show me who the Jazz picked, and I'll be on my way, and I'll be overjoyed. Let's just bust through these last 15, get to the second round, and I'll be happy. Yeah, no, they need a time limit on Adam Silver. They need a pitch clock on Silver. Because they have the clock, but they need to heavily enforce this or something. Because like the way that's going, I can't say, oh, that like I think this will be Cam Whitmore, because that I know it's going to be wrong. So Cam Whitmore legit might fall into the 20s. But we're just sat here sitting talking about the Atlanta Hawks 2021 playoff run. Never thought I'd be doing that, especially in a live stream. Not mad at it though. Okay, so if let's see, logically, Cam Whitmore goes here. Then the Lakers would get their pick of Hutch Tofino, Nick Smith, like any one of these guards. Because I think they're pretty much set everywhere else. They just need a guard. They need a point guard, and they'll have their pick of it. But that's as long as Cam Whitmore goes here. Hutch Tofino, Nick Smith, or what was the other dude? I don't. Maybe there wasn't one, and I'm just exhausted. Yeah, no. These last couple picks have made more sense. Like you can logically you can put the thought process together. Yeah, and for the Lakers, like first of all, you're not going to take Gigi Jackson. Like that's the only player available who could really play center. So you're not going to take him. James Anaji looks like a beast, though. He looks terrific. Keontae George. Because why would you take Cam Whitmore when you can have Keontae George? I mean, only dumb people would say take Cam Whitmore over George. I actually like Keontae. Just not better than I like Cam. They don't. They don't need him. I mean, he gives you defense. Yeah, but like Clarkson's not gonna play defense for you. Clarkson's there to score 20 every single night. Keontae George is not going to score 20 points a night. Like that's the only thing he brings is the defense. Because Sexton's not playing defense, Clarkson's not playing defense, so you need someone off the bench who can play defense. And Abaji can. Not his strength. Again, his strength is more so scoring. Horton Tucker's not good. Like their best bench defenders, Chris Dunn. So it makes sense for that. Like if you're drafting it, because he has upside. It looked rough at Baylor last year. He looked the offense. Maybe he was playing next to maybe just because he's playing next to the two other offensive like Cryer and I'm not gonna be able to think of his name, but there's literally just three ball dominant guards for offense. So it's his offense did look rough, but defense is there. For a guard, the defense is definitely there, and that would make sense. Because he doesn't need to be offense right away. So it makes kind of sense, or maybe I'm just trying to make it make sense, and in that sense it makes sense. And he really just doesn't fit, and I'm just trying to force it to fit. So instead, I'm just going to kind of attempt to mentally move on to the Lakers because it feels very clear that they need a point guard. Like D'Angelo Russell is probably not their point guard for next year. Yeah, I was like maybe it's just like maybe in a perfect world, Cam Whitmore or not Cam Whitmore, Keontae George comes in, gives you perfect bench defense, and gives you 10 points a game. See, I could see him getting paid. Not what he was making this year. Nowhere near what he was making this year. But I could potentially see a team try and like get a little desperate later in free agency and pay him more than they should. But no, he's definitely not getting his money early. I can guarantee you that. But yeah, so they're gonna need a point guard. Hood Schifino honestly kind of fits. I like him in a Lakers jersey. Nick Smith is probably a bit too much of a scorer. But then Cam Whitmore is by far the best player available, which you could theoretically, yeah, you could do because he's not going to start for him and have him come off the bench with Rui. But I think a guard just makes way more sense for the Lakers. Colby Jones too. I like Colby Jones. I mean, I had him going later. Like I had him going to let's see, like towards the end of the first round. So Indiana, I think was a decent fit for him. I would. Okay, I don't know if I'd love for him to come to Boston, but I wouldn't be mad at it. Let's see. If it goes to Portland, I'm just quitting. I'm quitting everything. Quitting YouTube, quitting my job. If Portland does that. Lakers trade has also probably fallen through. I kind of want to see a team run out of time. I would find that absolutely hilarious if a team ran out of time. Because I don't even know what happens. I know in football they get skipped. I know in fantasy you get put on auto, which auto pick would be hilarious for the NBA. That would speed things up. If you put the threat of auto pick on these teams, that would speed them up. But no, if they get skipped, it'd be a great Caleb Martin replacement. Like it's literally very similar players. They're so similar. And again, like he just fits with he fits the idea. Like when you think of a Miami Heat player, Whitmore, that's who it feels like. Cam Whitmore is a Miami Heat-esque player, like the same. Yeah, I don't know if that's just me, but I would find that like hilarious if you run out of time and all the other GMs got to vote for who you'd pick for. Like that would just I would love it. But that's gonna be a fun one to think about. But am I wrong? That would speed teams up if you put the threat that or all the other GMs in your division would get picked. Just make like instead of the other 29, just get the or your rivals. Like if the Lakers run out of time, the Clippers get to make the pick. That'd be hilarious. I guarantee you we would know who the pick is already if that was the case. Oh, LeBron, get off my screen. I'm curious to see what the Nets do with 21 or 21 and 22. Because honestly, I thought they would move up, and they just haven't. I don't blame them. I'm just a little confused. Because they could have used both of those to move up far. I would have thought. Okay. Whitmore, Hood Schifino, or Nick Smith. I feel like those are the same three guys I say for every pick. But the Lakers specifically those last two. Cam Whitmore just because he's the best player. Yeah, that's I think that's Yeah, no, you literally had him drafting point guards. Now it would differ. It would differ. Like Kobe Buffkin was who most people had, but I'm not at all surprised. This is exactly who I would. If Cam Whitmore's already taken, this is exactly who I would have had him picking. So that's Fino is that doesn't make sense. I guess his number's one, whatever. Yeah, but why did it take him so long? Like, did they have a trade? Were they looking to try and ship Cam Whitmore even? Like, hey, we'll make this pick for you, get you Cam Whitmore or whatever. But that felt like a layup. Like that felt like it's you can't screw this up by taking if you take Hood Shafino. I mean, unless he just sucks, then you screwed it up. But like no one's mad. I was like, it's what you should have done. I really hope Cam Whitmore turns out to be the best player from this draft. I really hope that's the case. He won't be, because it'll be one of those top 5 or so guys. More than likely. But yeah, no. If Cam Whitmore just it's like he should be clearly the steal of the draft. Like I get there's a reason everyone's passing on him. I don't understand the reason. Like and once I see the reason, I'll see if it makes sense or not. But dude, Cam Whitmore to Golden State. That feels amazing. The more I thought about it, the less amazing it felt. Yeah, no, I am now and forever, unless he does something, a Cam Whitmore fan. So I was like, yeah, no, I hope he's terrific. You know, him to Golden State, like the more I thought about it, was like, okay, maybe not. Dude, if Houston can get him at 20 instead of getting him at 4, I was like talking about the Jazz getting him later. Like that's so much better. Oh gosh, they could pull that one out of their rear ends. Oh, that'd be a terrific start too. His tenure there. Right. It feels like but they do have a couple of those. Like you're already starting Thompson and Wiggins. Right. I don't think so. Like he's not playing Moody. He's not playing Kuminga. Yeah. No. So it's like when I first said it, it felt beautiful because they're such a good team, and you get such a good player on that team. And I was like, well, no, they actually kind of have a lot of players there that are high upside players that just don't play. So either him to Miami, where he will probably play, at least at some point, or to Houston at 20. There's no way Chris Murray gets picked before Cam Whitmore, right? Like there's no way Bryce Sensabaugh and Chris Murray get picked before Cam Whitmore. Feels like such a dumb statement that I have to say. Like Nick Smith, Colby Jones, I can make it make sense. I don't think I could for anybody else though. Gigi no, City no, Derek no, Podziemski no. Dude, he's gonna pull out his Aaron Rodgers storyline. I mean, that makes a bit more sense what happened to Aaron Rodgers, but because it's like he has to be. Like, they're not gonna talk about him now. I don't think, but like after this, he has to be like the story of the draft, like tomorrow. Like he's the biggest story, which is weird with him now, but he has to be the biggest. Like no one, like it's been a minute since someone has fallen this far. Yeah, like that makes sense. I had him going later, just because he's such a streaky shooter. Like it's so inconsistent. Like throughout the year, he like not from game to game. Game to game, he'd actually be all right, but like just looking at it, like you just up and down roller coasters all heck, and you can't really do too much else. Oh, the dude who walks him away, he's walking away from Cam Whitmore. The dude who walks him up to the stage walked away. Holy cow! At least I think that's who it was. He is, but still not somehow not the slowest. I think it was. To be fair to Pat Riley, I think it was my grandma said he looked just like Joe Biden, who are both not the youngest of people. So he is getting a little old. But it doesn't matter because you can have the pick in. I wonder if they stall on like they call Silver and just stall on the phone. Like if yeah. Like the graphic for the pick is in comes up when they call him. And then just like pretend to have like communication errors, like it's cutting out or whatever. Yeah, that's exactly it. Jaden, dude, he looked good too when he played for the Mavericks. He looked good. Obviously, like you're not gonna get as much playing time with Kyrie Irving there. But yeah, no, dude, I forgot about Jaden Hardy. I mean, because he wasn't. What did he end up averaging? What was it? Like 6, 7 points. Oh, 8 points. Jaime Jaquez. Yeah, no, for Hardy, yeah, he played good. When he got minutes, he played good. No way. Jaime Jaquez just got picked over Cam Whitmore. So I know I'm shaking the camera a lot. The table I have it on is not very steady. Oh, 100%. I need to stop whacking my table. No, they. Oh, should I turn the light on? Let's see. Just thought of that. That looks way better. Holy cow. Why have I not been doing that? No, Jaime Jaquez, I do like him. I think he's a dang good player. He is not better than Cam Whitmore. He's not better. Because I'm just blanking on the names. Just looking at the best available. Not better than Whitmore. Not better than Nick Smith. I mean, okay. I guess everybody else you can make a case. But I was like, you surely could have traded down. Yeah, like the Warriors weren't going to take him. Houston for sure wasn't going to take him because he's older too, right? He's been. He's a senior or a junior? Like he's so much older. I mean, I don't doubt he's going to be successful. Like again, you looking for those Christian Braun-esque guys. He is. Yeah, no, he's like because in college he played the 4, right? Like he was UCLA's offensive post threat, and he's not going to get that off the bench. I don't think. I mean, to be fair, I think he could take advantage. I think that if replaced him to go, Miami is not bad. Just taking him ahead of Cam Whitmore and not finding any trade to kind of trade back. Like there was nothing. They couldn't have taken any other value to trade back on him. I don't get that. Because again, Golden State's not taking him. Houston, Brooklyn. The next team that would have taken him would have been Portland. That's the earliest he could have gone. He was, yeah, no, because in college he was like he was one of the best players. He was one of the best players in all college basketball, so he could. And now he's not. He'll probably be there like 10th man or something. Dominate the G League. Dude, if freaking Bryce Sensabaugh goes ahead of if Sensabaugh goes ahead of Cam Whitmore. Yeah. No, I was like I talked myself into it for like 5 seconds, and then as soon as I kept talking, it's like, no, that's not right. Though I wonder if they learn their holy cow, the tan line too. If they learn their lesson, like that was the quotes for. If they learn the lesson with just taking talent, dude, those are like, no, I guess that makes sense. So, like the first round pick, top 20 protected. That is, but no, for the Warriors, like if they learn from the LaMelo Ball, James Wiseman, just take the talent. Don't play the talent, but just take the talent. But no, it has to be Leonard Miller or Noah Clowney, or the two that I would have had here. I think I would typically had, like that's, you're gonna need a Draymond replacement whether you bring him back or not because he's getting old. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna bring him back though. So you look for someone to replace Draymond now or future, and that's the two that could do that the best, in my opinion, are Leonard Miller and oh, I love the Wiseman pick. I thought it was. I did. I was going through some old documents I had, and one of them was a whole ass essay on yeah, Clowney does fit better. Yeah, Wiseman, like I had a whole ass essay on why Wiseman was going to be the best player out of the draft. They drafted Nico Mannion 2.0. That dude literally looks like Nico Mannion. But no, it's a good pick. I was like, that is. I don't think they really could have messed it up. I guess I still feel like Noah Clowney or Leonard Miller would have been a better pick for the Warriors. Chris Murray even. But I guess that makes too much sense. It takes too much. It makes too much sense to go. You're losing Draymond Green, right? I was like, let's go and get power forward. No, we're gonna take another wing. No, it's not like we have Jonathan Kuminga. I guess he requested a trade, but it's not like we have Jonathan Kuminga. It's not like we have Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins. Who else? I was like, they have so many wings. They have so many wings. They have so many guards. They don't need any more. They're tricking themselves into thinking they do. But they literally, you don't need a guard. Like Golden State does not need. I see he's a wing. Like you could play him at the 3. But you have Clay and Wiggins starting. You have Kuminga off the bench. You have Gary Payton off the bench. You have Dante DiVincenzo off the bench. Right? That's 5 other guys who are getting minutes ahead of him. So that's just not that one I can't really make sense of anymore. I can't. Yeah, no, this is the most like the Dwayne. This is the Dwayne Wade alley oop to LeBron. I was like, nothing has fit any better. You can't set it up any better. You get the dude that you could have had at 4. You get him at 20, and you get Amen Thompson, Cam Whitmore, and a competent team. Oh, he is. Okay, so there's 4 guys. Still, what is Gary Payton? He got extended, right? I feel like he did. I don't know. Still, the Warriors do not need. I mean, you're trying to compete now. Curry's not getting any younger. Chris Paul should have retired. But no, if they do get if they get Cam Whitmore, that is literally 2 dudes. You could have taken at 4, and you get him at 4 and 20. So yeah, no, that's they would probably win the draft if that's. I mean, outside of San Antonio, obviously. But no, you couldn't have asked for anything, for any better. Like, Rockets fans should be overjoyed. Should be parades. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, Rockets fans should be throwing parades. Because first of all, they're not going to win a championship anytime soon. So you got to kind of let out the anticipation, or let it all out. Get your parades out for who they could get this year in the draft. But yeah, that's literally 2 top 5 picks for the price of one and the backing. Like, he's getting paid so little. Like, Cam Whitmore might already be one of the most underpaid players in the NBA, just based on how far he goes. Let's see. I was going to say, let's see who it is, because pick's in, but no, we still got to wait. Still got to wait 7 hours. Yeah, Burger looked good. Because if he doesn't go to Houston, who would they take instead? Because you're not going to take another guard. You're not going to take Nick Smith. They say Noah Clowney's the best fit. They clearly have not watched Tari Eason play. Like, this should just be Cam Whitmore. I can't think of anybody else that would possibly make sense. But instead, I got to sit here and wonder who it's going to be. Oh, it's probably going to be Dariq Whitehead, honestly. In all honesty, it's going to be Dariq Whitehead. I don't know why specifically. Scoring off the bench. That's who this pick's going to be, isn't it? It's going to be Dariq freaking Whitehead. I mean, I guess if you want scoring, you get Bryce too. I don't know what ESPN's thinking, but I'm never gonna be the driver. I'm never gonna have enough money for a Land Rover. It's like I don't know what their thought process is here. Just show Adam Silver. I don't care if it's just I don't care if it's just a picture or if it's him announcing the pick. Just show me Adam Silver, and I'll be happy. Yeah, no, it's like scoring off the like it literally could be Chris Murray for some scoring off the bench too. Like it's either Cam Whitmore, the absolute alley oop and a half, or some score off the bench that you could literally get at any point. You can get that in the second round. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. It's over. The wait is finally over. Holy cow. Dude, I can't imagine how he feels. Dude, just so oh my gosh. Like I'm not even like in his spot. I can't imagine how long the wait felt. I mean, he's sitting there for 2 hours since the draft started. Probably been sitting for around 3. Just name after name after name. Small forward after small forward after small forward. Oh, I don't blame him for being hyped. Dude's an athletic, offensively is already fairly polished. Can score from just about anywhere. Yeah, no, the Rockets kind of turned themselves around just tonight. I'm still not a huge fan of Amen Thompson's fit there, but the fact that you could get both him and Whitmore is like that allows you even more time. That gives you even more time with Amen Thompson because you're already giving him time with having 2 guards, and now you get someone who's some I feel like I heard a couple times like say he was Whitmore was one of the most pro ready players already. Dude, not even top 10. He probably thought he was going to go top 5. Like if I'm him, I'm thinking I'm going to the Pistons. Pistons or Rockets, one of those two. I mean, he did go to the Rockets, but um sorry, just a second. Okay. Um right. I was like even like for me like cuz I had Whitmore ranked higher. Um so you get Whitmore at 4 and Amen Thompson falls to 20. Then I'm a huge Amen Thompson fan. Um, sorry, I'll try and focus on this. Yeah, no, because you can like if one of them doesn't work, then yeah, you say well that was pretty much our 20th overall pick. Like if one of them's a home run and the other is just a grounder back to the pitcher, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine either way. That's why having these first round picks are amazing. Like one of my friends um was making a joke about him being like a 2027 pick to the Wizards. Well, pretty soon we're gonna say, oh, the Wizards have great draft capital. Like that's what it's gonna be. Um, yeah, no, Houston's their future is looking bright. They're looking bright. I'll probably make a video on them here soon. And then what second round picks do they have, if any? I just don't know them. Houston. Okay, so they're done. Either way, like their future still looks good. Yeah, even with if they don't trade back into the second round, which I wouldn't blame them for doing. Dude, if you could make a trade with Brooklyn right here and get I don't even know who else they like. Someone's like a high swing play, like even Nick Smith. Yeah, they're under a situation where you have too many, but then you could trade them for star players, which they're not doing. But you could theoretically trade them. Okay, hopefully I'm done with that now. Because theoretically, you could probably move Lou Dort and a couple picks for some disgruntled stud. They could honestly, because I feel like, yeah, no, they got there because that's probably what took them so long. They're trying to trade out of this one. So it's like I think okay, why are they showing Jordan Hawkins? Did I miss something? Yeah, no, as long as they hold on to both of them, should be pretty quick. I didn't miss anything. Like Jordan Hawkins is not. Oh, they just okay. Never mind. I got it. I'm caught up now. That makes sense. Yeah, no, their second pick should go pretty quickly. I'm surprised they couldn't find a single person to trade with. For either one of the picks. I don't. Did I finish? No, I didn't finish my thought on the Thunder. I think they could trade a few of their picks for Kuminga, even. Like that would be a terrific fit for OKC. If you traded Lou Dort for Kuminga, Lou Dort and a pick or two for Kuminga, that would be amazing. So I think he wanted to trade out. Okay, that's honestly no, like probably just at the top of their board. In terms of upside, because Cam Johnson can play the 3 too if you want. Like McCall and Cam can both scoot down one. So that's the only thing is like they're not going to take. They wouldn't have. I don't even know if they would have taken Cam Whitmore if he was still here. Then they actually probably would have been able to find someone to trade with. But dude, like this pick right here should be Nick Smith. I've been saying his name for forever, but it should be Nick Smith. Just because like you have Dinwiddie, but he's clearly like he's been here before. You clearly do not have plans for him to be your starting point guard for the future. Like you clearly need somebody else, Nick Smith Jr. Yeah, I think they'll bring him back though. But the Nets will be able to match it. I feel like they can match most of what any other team would offer him. So I've pretty much marked Cam Johnson as back on the Nets in my head. Now, if he ends up somewhere else, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, no, Nick Smith. It fits perfectly. I was like, there's because you got McCall, you got Noah Clowney now, Nick Claxton, potentially Cam Johnson. You can put Dinwiddie and Nick Smith. Like Nick Smith would honestly probably start right away. Also, because I think they suck. Or they could take the French dude, Rupert. Could do that too. Honestly, I'm not going to be too mad at whatever the Nets do. Like if they pick, there's still some stuff. I think I took one drink out of this. I've been staring at this for a minute, and I thought it was empty. No, the Nets are in such a good spot. I was like, they have so many options. They have so many routes to go here, which is an advantage of a rebuilding team. You can just go pretty much whichever direction you want. Like you obviously you got McCall. You're not replacing him unless you get a beautiful looking trade that you just can't say no to. But even then, I don't think they do it. Yeah, no, like a guard just makes so much sense. I think they're still going to try and trade out of it, try and get some value back. But if they do pick here, it should be Nick Smith. Oh shit! The Celtics are coming up. Holy, I forgot I keep forgetting we have a pick. Let's see. Who do I want the Celtics to end up with? Big depth would be nice. I mean, first of all, I love Nick Smith because I was clearly I'm a Nick Smith fan. You can believe that one. Yeah, no, Brooklyn, I think will be. They ended up about as well as they could have. I like specifically with the Kyrie trade, the Kyrie and Kevin. They salvaged it. They played it just about. You couldn't have played it really any better than they did. Yeah, I spent so long, like so many mock drafts, like without him picking, and it's just. Oh shit! I forgot about Dorian Finney-Smith. He's a pretty good player too. Yeah, no, I think Cameron Johnson will be back for him. Sorry, I'm bouncing back and forth. Back to the Celtics because that's all that matters around here for sure. That's all I care about. I'll probably have had a Kobe jersey up for this long as a Celtics fan, but he deserves it. Okay, Nick Smith Jr. I would love for the Celtics solely because I'm a fan of Nick Smith Jr. I could probably just say Nick Smith and be all right. Oh, the Nets are about to be on auto pick. Come on, put the Nets on auto pick, please. It could be. I was like, I would back it. Feels weird because we do have a bit of guard depth. Like JD Davidson barely even played. And he was a second. I like Davidson too. I didn't have him as a first rounder, but I liked him. But yeah, I'd love to see him. City Sissoko is another dude I'm a huge fan of. That I would love to see on the Celtics. Colby Jones again. We have a bit too many guards that I wouldn't overly like it. I think we need some big depth. Would be the most, like the number one need. Yeah, I was like the Nets would be the Nets would be the only one to take him. If the Nets take him here, the Nets don't take him here, then he's going to be available to the Celtics. And you would literally see me begging the whole 5 minutes for Celtics to take him. Because Portland's for sure. Portland absolutely is not taking him, especially if Murray is still available. I could see him going there. Leonard Miller, James and Najee to the Trailblazers at 23. Because Yusuf Nurkic is not the answer. I don't think he ever has been. Well, I did think he was for a minute. But James and Najee could be one of the steals of the draft. Okay, please don't say Nick Smith. Now I really want. Yes. Okay. Honestly, great for the Nets. That's literally just bench scoring. Because he's not playing over McCall. He's not playing over Cam. He's not playing over Darian Finney-Smith. He's not playing over any of them. 13th time Duke has had multiple players selected in the first round of the same NBA draft in the modern era. Seemed like a lot of stipulations to that one, but maybe that's just a lot of words. Now, real quick before I get on my Nick Smith train again, Dariq Whitehead is honestly, yeah, he's not. When he first got traded there, Nurk was all right. He fit pretty well. Yeah, injuries, he's gotten big old dude. But yeah, real quick on Dariq Whitehead, I honestly think he'll be okay. The injury again kind of throws everything off. I feel like that was the problem with Cam Whitmore. What was the injury? The same thing, because that's what's like currently. The guys that are falling are the dudes that were injured. Cam Whitmore was injured. Nick Smith was injured. Dariq Whitehead, obviously he fell way earlier, but was because of the injury. So I was like, that could be part of why Nick Smith's fallen. But yeah, no, for the Trailblazers, I think Nnaji or Leonard Miller is the absolute. You take a complete grand slam home run 500-foot bomb swing at it. I think that's what you have to do. You take these dudes that have so much potential, because Shaedon Sharpe has elite potential. Let's see. Sorry, my brain's deep fried from how this draft went. Yeah, because Scoot and Sharpe have so much potential. Simons has a bit still if you don't trade him. Let's see. Reddish is all right. Like their wing, a lot of guys that are okay. Jabari Walker honestly has a little bit has a little bit of intrigue to him. But then you go and yeah, no, like this is exactly where Hawkins was going. I had him going even second round, but this is where I would have begun to look at Hawkins. Not what was it, 18, where he went. Yeah, I'm thinking a big. I'm thinking it's because it can't be a guard. Like there's no way it's a guard unless you have so many trades lined up that you just waiting until it's not your pick to make to then complete those trades. Because if you're trading Simons, Dame, and for whatever reason Sharpe, then this better be Nick Smith Jr. But or even just if you already have trades lined up for Dame and Simons, I wouldn't be mad if it was Nick Smith. But my guess is they for sure don't have a trade lined up for Simons. They don't have one lined up for Dame either. So it has to be a big. Bobby Marks says they need defensive identity. I haven't agreed a lot with Bobby Marks, but that one's true for sure. But as a whole, he seems a little. He seems like an ESPN analyst. He's the perfect dude for ESPN. Peter, what the heck do you want? Yeah. I'll get to you later. No, I think Leonard Miller would be perfect here. James and Najee, I know I've said him. He looks like a beast. Like he's training with Ibaka or something. Okay, you're just not gonna whatever. Yeah, makes sense. You called it. Freaking nailed it. Nailed the Chris Murray prediction, and it fits. It is a beautiful fit. And you're stealing him away from Sacramento. Can't have the more Twins team up. Yeah. Yeah, no, I was like, you nailed it, dude. Though I was like, I would have gone to Najee, but yeah, no, Chris Murray makes sense, and kudos, bro. Okay, Sacramento, they're not taking Nick Smith, right? I was like, there's no way they take Nick Smith. I'm sorry, you're gonna be hearing this for a minute now. Okay, so either way, I should be happy with the Celtics pick because we're either getting, to me, because if I were in this position, like if I were the one drafting, we are either getting Nick Smith Jr., Leonard Miller, or James and Najee. Those are my three favorite players available. Those are my top three, specifically for the Celtics. What do you mean the Kings need a starting power forward? Keegan Murray literally starts. Their starting lineup is fine. They need a starting small forward. Like Harrison Barnes is the only question mark. I don't. ESPN is just, dude. I'm hoping. I'm gonna get if he falls. If he falls to us, I'm getting Nick Smith jersey, dude. I'm like as soon as that pick is made, I'm ordering it. It's okay. We probably won't be able to find it. But I think Bryce Sensabaugh. I think I've had him going here a time or two. I'm gonna say not overly consistently, but to the Kings who just need depth, specifically Little Wing. Right, that's what I'm saying. I was like, they have like ESPN literally said they need a starting power forward. No, they don't. I was like, that's the last thing they need. Because worst case, you place a bonus at the 4, right? And you play Alex Lynn or Harry Giles at the 5. No, they need starting power forward or a shot blocker. Shot blocker, I understand, but no, they need a starting 2 or 3. And to me, that's Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh fits the Kings perfectly. But that might make too much sense. Colby Jones, I could see going here. Let's see. I would like to see Rupert go here. Just so I not that I don't want him, but I don't want him. Come on, show the pick. Come on, dude, I haven't been this nervous for a draft in a minute. Mainly because I can't watch. Typically, I haven't been able to watch a draft in forever. Always out of town or working. Okay, literally just be any one of the other 3, like not one of the 3 dudes I mentioned. Okay, they pick someone because ESPN has it updated, but what I'm watching on does not. Okay, there's Silver. Okay, I got off ESPN. Who is it? Come on. Oh, now's not the time to load. Perfect. Oh my gosh. We can get Nick Smith. I'm not gonna say we're gonna get Nick Smith because I'm not trusting any Gunners. Dude, holy cow! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Holy cow, dude! My thing's freaking loading like crazy. Like it just stops. I can't stop it. Is it on? This will probably be faster. I'm not surprised it's a trade. You're talking about the Celtics pick. Because I know we're getting it from Memphis. Okay, hopefully that loads better now. Okay, you're talking about the Kings pick. Okay, that's whatever. I was good for the. Okay, honestly, that's pretty good. That's pretty good for the Mavs. That's a W trade for the Mavs. Oh gosh. Okay, the pick is in. Yeah. No, sorry, guys. Oh, I'm too stressed out about this pick. Holy cow! Please, it's in. Please, just be the no-brainer, Nick Smith. Please be Nick Smith. Come on. Okay, get him off my screen. I don't care. Go away. Is he walking out already? No. You better not go to commercial. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna. Oh my gosh. They did. They did need a big, and he's all right defensively too. He's better than Christian Wood for sure. Defensively, um, he's a better shot blocker than anything else they had. Well, did they ended up with Derek Lively, right? Yeah, so they'll be fine. No, that's why I like it because Holmes will honestly be an all rightish mentor defensively, for Lively. Oh no, yeah, and then Kason going to Oklahoma. These trades are those early trades were messing with my head, dude. Okay, please. The pick is in. Just I don't care about fate. I don't care. Okay, that's a little harsh because this is a commercial for bow ties for dogs. So I feel a little bad because they look fabulous. But please, can I please see Adam Silver walk out onto the stage and see him say Nick Smith Jr. was the 25th overall pick? Or was the 25th overall pick the Boston Celtics select Nick Smith Jr.? I need to see that. Like, that's just, I need to see that right now. I mean, I'll be okay if it's a Najee or Leonard Miller too. Even Bryce Sensabaugh, I'd be okay. No, I don't want to see Rupert. I don't want to see repair. I don't. GG Jackson. No way. Where's Twitter? Yep. No, they got 25 for 31. Okay. See, the problem is I now know who they're taking. It's like I want to have Twitter open. Why are the Pistons taking Sasser? Why? That doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess because they got so much depth at power forward. Never mind. That's all right. Wait, no, because it's over Nick Smith. What the heck? They literally have the Memphis Grizzlies team needs up. This pick has been traded twice. ESPN. Okay, so they take Marcus Sasser, right? And we move to 31. Oh, by far. Yeah, no, they did not need to trade up for him. He's an undersized two guard whose sole job is to score. Like that's Marcus Sasser. He can't really play make. Not the best facilitator. He's a good. They're showing his defensive highlights, and he's fine. But it's not. He's going to struggle defensively. Okay. I don't know. I think I'm just going to stay on Twitter. I need to see these trades. Okay, so it looks like the Celtics did that for money. Yeah, no, he would have been there at 31, without a doubt. He's not. And then you draft him ahead of these other guys, Nick Smith, right? City Sissoko, higher. Colby Jones is higher because all three of those dudes give you some. Like Nick Smith is one of the best scorers. Maybe not quite as good as Sasser. It was in college, but still right up there. Those other two give you terrific defense. Colby Jones gives you whatever you need. Like that doesn't make sense. It's honestly looking like Detroit's going to get a low grade. That's what I'm thinking right now. Because Sarr is not. I mean, I could make it make sense, but it didn't. Okay. So we got 31 in some seconds. Yeah. Perfect. Because more than likely, the way the draft is going, one of those three dudes I want will be there. Whether Nick Smith falls to the second round, or Najee, or Leonard Miller. If they fall to the second, I wouldn't be shocked if they fall to the second round. Colby Jones, if we get him at 31, I'll be happy. Sissoko, dude, Sissoko, I love Sissoko too. I love a lot of these guards that can play defense. Who else? Okay, theoretically, doing a slight little mock draft. Indiana, because they got Walker. Sensabaugh, Rupert wouldn't be bad. Nick Smith, first of all, everybody should just take Nick Smith. Like the talent is just way there. You need to take Nick Smith. But this would probably be Bryce Sensabaugh if they're not trading it. Charlotte would go a big. Leonard Miller, James Najee. Dude, there are. I was like looking at the list. I was like, Nick Smith. Rupert's not a bad prospect. I don't want him on the Celtics, but he's not bad. Sensabaugh, Leonard Miller, James Najee, Colby Jones, Maxwell Lewis. I would all be overjoyed to have. Andre Jackson's not bad. GG Jackson, not good, but let's see. TJD offensively isn't bad. Jordan Walsh isn't bad. Sissoko is again still one of my favorites. I like Kobe Brown from Missouri. Yeah, Indiana's kind of in a weird spot. Like, oh gosh, because they took their power forward. You took your starting power forward at pick 8 or 7 or 8, whatever you want to call it. Because you're not going to get a starter here unless it's Nick Smith, right? So that's why you would take him and run it back. You could run a backcourt of Oh, it was traded. They traded. The person just switched the hats. Woj, what happened? Woj, please tell me what happened. Okay, apparently another Celtics fan wants Price. No, I just saw someone flip the hat. Woj. Literally just saw it. Keep eyeing a mid-major riser on the board. Oh, they're going to take the dude from Belmont, aren't they? Ben Shepherd. Yeah, they're taking Ben Shepherd. What world am I living in where Ben Shepherd, a dude I didn't even hear about, which is weird because I follow a lot of college basketball, I didn't even hear about until this last couple weeks. No, I had to have heard of him, but I didn't fully process. There's no way he goes ahead of Nick Smith. There's no way that I can't make I'm not being able to make these make sense anymore. This draft is the most chaotic, the most hectic thing I have seen since, honestly, well, really just since the NFL draft. Since last year's NFL draft with the quarterbacks. That's what this reminds me of. It's like watching Cam Whitmore, watching Nick Smith fall. Literally is just rewatching Malik Willis and Sam Howell fall. Dude, the Hornets still got a lot of picks. Holy cow. Charlotte Hornets since 2004. 17 of 18 first-round picks made were in the lottery. Holy cow. Hornets are so bad. Like, it was that one year when Kemba Walker and Jeremy Lamb hit that half quarter in Toronto, right? I think that was the year they made the playoffs. But no, Nick Smith. Back on Nick Smith. Shook the crap out of the table again. Got to make it past Charlotte. I think he does. And if not, then I don't blame him because it's Nick Smith. Have to make it past Utah still. I'm going to be stressing so hard during that Utah pick. But I think at this point, there's enough players where I will be happy with our options there. Nothing, Woj. Dude, they're so bad. Their only good pick has been Kemba. Their only, and then Mark Williams has looked all right. Dang it! I mean, I can't be mad because we had a chance to get him, and Brad said no, and I trust in Brad. That sucks, though, dude. Just gonna go waste away on Charlotte's bench because they literally have 3 point guards. They have 3 young point guards, and then you have Terry Rozier. Yeah, I know. He looks so old in that McDonald's picture. It looks like that picture's taken in the early 2000s. I want to say bad words, but I can't. It's not nice. I'm not going to. Okay. Sensabaugh still there. I'd be happy with that. Some scoring off the bench, I'd be happy. Leonard Miller, defense off the bench. Yeah, no, that. I don't think there'll be too many trade downs. I mean, there'll be trades here, like for trade, like it'll be trade down, but they won't initiate the trade down. Like they'll move down, but they won't initiate it. I feel so bad for him, dude. Bull. He literally almost had a Bull draft right there. Okay. Anyways. So the Celtics still got 2 second-round picks. I'd be happy with Bryce. I'd be happy with Leonard Miller, James Najee, Colby Jones. I'd be happy with. Rupert, I wouldn't be mad. Sissoko, I'd be happy. Lewis, I wouldn't be mad. Honestly, Gigi, I wouldn't be mad either. TJD, Jordan Walsh wouldn't be mad. Kobe Brown wouldn't be mad. Imani Bates. Okay, so the Jazz, I would think guard. I mean, this would have been another layup with Nick Smith. That's what this would have been. So probably Rupert. I don't know if that makes too much sense. But I feel like Rupert would be the easiest. You get a guard that give him time to develop. Very talented player already. Maxwell Lewis could be another one here. Yeah, Sensabaugh. Oh, that's perfect. I mean, probably the best player available. So that gives you that gives you Jordan Clarkson. Like, that's literally just who it is. Oh yeah, because Denver has this as the Indy pick, right? Yeah. Denver, they do need depth. Their bench got short in the playoffs, so they need some depth, like some immediate depth. This is one where you don't go. Leonard Miller could be one. Because Leonard Miller, James, and Najee are two dudes I'm looking at. If this is Denver's pick, yeah. Um, just for some big depth. So Aaron Gordon and Bruce Brown don't have to play big up there. No, you're not going to take repair here. Not gonna really take any. I wouldn't. There's no guards I don't really think here worth taking. It'd be a wing or a big. I mean, maybe wrong. I am wrong a lot of times, as you've been able to see, as you have got a front row seat to see, dude. That I am not right at all. It feels like. Yeah, no, I like him too. Yeah, because I think it'll be Miller, Najee, Maxwell Lewis, City Sissoko, pair up Jalen Wilson. That'd be interesting. I would like to see TJD, Trace Jackson Davis there. Dude, Trace Jackson Davis, as a backup four, because he can do a lot of, like, for what the Nuggets have done in the past with Aaron Gordon. Jackson Davis can do that too. This year a little less so, because Gordon is much more athletic. But I could see TJD fitting with Jokic so well. Like I would like that fit. Yeah, no, you nailed that Chris Murray one. Like, I'll give you your props on that one every day of the week. Twice on Sundays. Twice on Saturdays. No, it's Sundays. They hyping up Sunday Night Baseball in London, or just some random? Yeah, huh? Good for baseball. Thought that was an ad for Wimbledon for a second. Gotten hyped for that, but no, just baseball. Oh, dude, my friend never texted me back. He started texting and then just shut up. All right, good for him. He's an adult. He figured out his own problems. Okay, so yeah, so it'll be a wing or a big. Let's see. Woj says Minnesota is traded to get number 33 from San Antonio. That's what Woj has to say. Strother. I didn't see that coming. But no, I like it. I like that pick for Denver. Because, see, in terms of shooter, there's not really. Dang. I mean, Imani Bates is a pretty good shooter. But outside of that, there's not really. Oh, Taylor Funk. Oh, I will tell you, Taylor Funk is a good shooter. I'll tell you that one. Let's see. Yeah, no, there's not really too many elite shooters left. Okay. The Clippers need a point guard, right? So I don't think they have enough money for Russ. They're not going to have enough money to match anything he's getting, to compete with anything he's getting. Where'd my hat go? Oh, there it is. Brim's creeping. Like, just the brim is up. Don't know how to fix it. The Clippers need a point guard. There's not available right now. ESPN says Amari Bailey is the best one. They're probably looking to trade it if I had to guess. Yeah, health and stability at point guard. That is, to be fair, that one's not hard to. I think everyone knows that. Yeah, no, like they could use some depth behind their two Georgian Kawhi. Could be a wing, could be a center, but they got Big Dog Plumlee. Yeah, I know, we're getting close, dude. Oh, it's the next pick. I didn't realize you were this close. Why'd you say something? Oh, now I'm going to be stressing. Because unless they trade it, which, Woj, have you said anything about them trading it? No, we're chilling? All right. So unless they trade it, it should be some big depth. Leonard Miller, James and Najee. It should be one of those two. Maxwell Lewis would be great. City Sissoko, I would love it. TJD, I wouldn't mind. Amari Bailey, I'd mind a little bit because we have a lot of guards. The Clippers, holy cow, I didn't realize it was that bad. I knew it was bad, but I didn't realize it was that bad. 3 wins since 2019. This is the 2020 season. Gosh. Okay, so theoretically, they take Colby Jones, Andre Jackson, or Amari Bailey, right? Like, yeah, it's like it has to be one of them. Like this back half is making much more sense than the first half of the draft. So I think it's a guard. My money is on Colby Jones. To me, that makes the most sense. Again, there's probably a reason why I don't have a lot of money from sports betting, and it'll probably, for whatever reason, be freaking Trace Jackson Davis or Keontae Johnson. Oh, and there's going to be a break between the first and the second round too. I'm going to be sitting here. Dude, oh my gosh. Come on. Come on. Hurry up, announce their pick. I really kind of want to know who this is. Woj, say something. ESPN, show silver. Yeah, like there's no point guards. That's the only problem. Yeah, because the last thing Woj says is Kobe Brown. On it, dude. I think I had that. Oh, was it in the one I released? Oh, I gotta pull this up. Um, this should have been in the one I released. Let's see. Please tell me. Um, my channel. All right, yeah, no, dude, no worries, dude. It's been fun. Okay, my last mock draft. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, my last mock draft, I had Kobe Brown going 30th overall. Heck yeah, dude. I know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. Brad Stevens has not made a first round pick as a general manager. Oh, Clippers fans are not happy. Oh gosh. Dude, Twitter's hilarious. Oh gosh. Okay, round two. Come on. Anything. 10 5 stars, 8 4 stars, 3 3 stars, and 1 unranked. Kobe has to be one of the first Missouri players in a minute. Yeah, no, dude, I don't know why you decided to be here, but I greatly appreciate it, dude. No, that was fun. Yeah. Oh, come on. I don't care about odors. I probably should because I don't smell too good. Come on. Dude, this is okay. Leonard Miller and James and Najee are the two I really want. Then Colby Jones, Rupert I wouldn't be upset at. Maxwell Lewis I would like. I'd like Colby Jones, Maxwell Lewis. I'd like that. Oh, I'm gonna. uh, hurry up. I need to see this. Come on. Oh, screw off, Army. Instagram, you too. Go away. Not literally. Oh, he really need big depth. Um, like I think it more so power forward, but no, Najee makes so much sense. Like Leonard Miller, I think's the probably the best fit, but I was like either one of them, I'd be overjoyed. Come on, where's we traded it? Traded it with the Hornets. There's no way. Celtics trade. No way we traded it. What are we going to do with all? We just literally have buttloads of second-round picks. Just take Leonard Miller. Yeah, no, they're trading it with the Hornets. I saw. Let me see. Hornets get number 31. Celtics get 34 and 39. Yeah. No, it's... Nah, I don't blame you. Got it. Yeah. Okay, well, who's the Hornets getting? Source Thompson name pop up for the Pistons. Like, oh, they need a healthy Cade Cunningham. Oh, shocker. There's no way. It's literally both of them. Might as well just give him Tatum at this point too. Oh my gosh. All right, no worries, dude. No, in the end, it's second round picks. I won't be too. All right, have a good one though, dude. I appreciated this, man. Maybe something falls through. That's currently what I'm hoping for. Something falls through in the trade that it just... Jalen Pickett. Okay. No, good for him. I like him. I like Pickett. Showing him back in his scoring in the post on Zach Edey. Nah, Pickett's awesome. That's a good pick from Indiana. I guess it's going to Denver, or I don't. That's a great pick for Denver. Yeah, no, thanks, dude. No, we'll be all right. We got 3 now in the second round. I don't know who we're planning on taking because we got our own at 35. We have the Hornets at 34 and 39. There's still a lot of good players, so we'll be all right. We'll be good. Yeah, no, thank you all. That was a good 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I appreciate it, man. I do like the second round where they just kind of go. Like they don't think too much. They all just know. The Spurs need a bit of offense. Dude, if they pair up Wemby and Rupert again. Or no, he wasn't on that team. It was Koulibaly was on that team. They've played together though, right? They had to have played together. He's on some French national team or something. It'll probably Jones, Rupert both fit. Sissoko, I don't know how well he fits. Mari Bailey though, that's the top point guard. Good pick. That's a good pick. Literally the 2 guys I wanted. 31 and 33. Literally, I feel like if we had Miller. First of all, if we got Nick Smith, if we had stayed and picked Nick Smith, we should be the undisputed championship favorites. Then if we had stayed at 31 and picked James and Najee, would have been terrific. As like great backup depth, Al Horford getting old. If Leonard Miller had fallen one more spot and we picked him up, we like great wing depth. Could defend the 3 and the 4. Oh, so close, dude. It's all right, dude. I feel so bad for these players. Cam Whitmore, Nick Smith, Leonard Miller. Who was the other one? Who was it that just walked down? It wasn't It was Inaji. Inaji who just walked down. I was like, I feel so bad for him. All right, honest. We have these 2 picks, right? These should both be our picks. Colby Jones at 34. Perfect. I love it, dude. Come on, show me Colby Jones. Let's go. Honestly, that's the best situation we've turned it into. I mean, I don't fully get it, but I am happy with Colby Jones. Let's go. Okay, now we got pick 35. All right. Twitter's a funny place. Dude, I'm done. Fucking traded him. May have just broken my phone too. I'm done. Calling it. That was fun though.